we'll start. It's like 5.
Milo, are you in? Are they on the website now?
Yeah, but it says I have to make an account.
You shouldn't have to make. I think what did the Huffle say we had to do?
I'm not sure.
Or you can just make a contact in 10 seconds. Just enter username, email.
All.
Where they are. He's a bit higher SR, so maybe.
We'll start here.
Shall we?
And just for your information, Toppen, the second DPS drunk soup, he was just subbing for us.
Yeah. Yes, told me that.
I would just like to point out that the overhead view is really bad in this VOD, so you can't really see the positioning of all teammates and players.
Alright, okay.
But I mean, it's a amateur.
Yeah.
Tournament,
do you have the VODs from Sirius?
I have. Yeah, I downloaded one yesterday.
Because I think he recorded most of the games.
Hold up.
Yeah.
We don't even have a fucking water recorder.
Nah, he's a player.
Alright, I see.
I just need to find it.
Yeah, I'm just a player who likes to record stuff.
Okay.
It's basically like there. This was versus CV, right? That one. We'll start with this one first. So you think Nepal was your worst map, or?
Together with the last push on the Dorado.
Yeah. Okay.
Last point.
Should we do Dorado?
Yeah, I want to do Dorado first because I've watched it. So there's some things I want to point out, especially on third.
Yep. Should we play like 10 seconds so we can see full team comps?
Yeah.
So maybe we'll balance it out. But
I guess you're recording this, right? So
Yeah, I'm recording.
People are not here
I
can
will be operating
rewatch
the
it.
camera today. Lol, I would ask you to help me out as much as we can.
do you want me to do play-by-play? Do you want me to do? Wait,
It
Wonder
will-
is here.
Wonder-
Wait.
Should we
what?
Wonder's
Pause.
here early!
So for Ryan,
Ryan
Ryan Rotop.
Oh wait,
or
wait, never mind. The repick. Just go a few seconds more.
You.
What? What unbelievable! What a development, ladies and gentlemen! More surprising than a Poco Bob, more welcome than a barriers when no
And the
pushing is
casters
happening.
are,
We have
like,
Wonder
very
Sauce in the room.
cluttered.
Yeah, I may have broken some speed limits on the way back from work, and I have not had any dinner, but I am here.
Yeah, that's their comp.
Okay.
So, I mean, comps doesn't really. It's not the primary thing to focus on right now. But if you want to improve as a team, I would suggest learning comps to play.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, goats or full dive.
Yeah.
Or we spoke a little bit about this yesterday.
yes.
But for now, just like play whatever you are best at, as long as it works.
Yeah. And one thing I can say is, remember, if you want to play a certain comp, you have to remember how you're gonna play that against the other team's comp, for example. Since McCree is probably gonna be like the only one contesting the Fora in this situation, you can probably try to play at either really long range or a really close range, trying to flank, for example. Or if you feel that someone on the other team is like playing really well and you're losing to them because of that player, for example, I would recommend trying to learn counter swapping and proper counters, because even if you play what you're good at, if the other team is very good at countering you, you have to swap. Um, Basically, a very big cornerstone of Overwatch is counter swapping, learning when and what to swap to.
Yeah, this is like another mistake I sounded yesterday that
Yeah.
sometimes we take too long time to swap. Like we know
Yeah.
the counters, but then one person swaps, then the main tank, then the off tank, and so like
Yeah.
it takes 2 pushes until we
This shows especially well on third point,
Yeah.
Dorado.
Yeah. Like swapping is kind of hard, especially when you're in the middle of a game. And you have, like, let's say you have a Reinhardt ult, so you don't want to swap over to Winston, even though you kind of have to. Sometimes you have to learn how to evaluate if you're gonna get enough value out of that ult, like other than if it's more valuable than just swapping and getting a proper and better hero, better pick. So sometimes you can like go into try. This is a bit overcourse, but you can swap over and like swap a few heroes, but keep like 1 or 2 for ults and go into like transformational comps basically. So you don't have to swap all at once, but yeah. And as he said, if you want to get better as a team, I would definitely recommend trying to learn more heroes, which can make the team play like a lot more comps, since the players are a lot more flexible. One comp I would recommend start playing, like he said, goats, is 3 tanks, 3 sports.
Yep.
Very boring, very good comp.
Yeah, very boring, very good. Even though if you the easy version of playing goats is just every one presses like W and just holds left click and matches abilities. But Ghost comp is a very good comp to learn how to coordinate, how to combo, and how to play as a team. Because Ghost falls apart if you play like way too alone and spread.
Yeah.
It's very, as you said, it's very boring, but it's if you learn how to play it properly, it's like the strongest comp in Overwatch right now.
Yeah, and this applies when you want to improve as a team and climb together in like scrims and tournaments. Cause, I mean, playing goats in comp, you're just gonna get flamed, and if you have good communication, it's not gonna be needed. But in scrims and tourneys, goats is just way too powerful not to play.
Yeah, it like sometimes right now. I won't say this just play goat's forehead, but like learning that comp would be really beneficial for you guys. But should we sort of like see how they play this comp?
I know. I just wanna healer comp. Oh, fuck, that was big. So healer comp. You wanna go for Mercy. Leaving Sen with healing 2 tanks and Hanzo, and it works out for you, but it's gonna be hard for Sen to solo heal, especially Hanzo is very resource
needing.
He needs resources to be able
just
to play.
like Fora.
Exactly like Fora. So,
I mean, the comp worked for us, but it really should not have.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like what we could see here, if I can take controls maybe. I would say, since if you're dead set on, like, if you really want to run Mercies and Fora, which is fine, and maybe a Hanzo, maybe like tanks that require a lot less resources than the Rhinosauria does. Maybe going a Monkey Diva wouldn't be bad or something. And like playing this comp isn't bad, but since they're probably gonna have a Junkrat, or what, the pencil just became so big.
Yeah, you have to pick one of the colors further up.
Alright. Since you're gonna have Junk and Zen, that's a lot of spam. That's like a lot of spam damage. with this comp, you're really not going to survive against that unless your like Pharah pops off and your Hanzo pops off and like kills everyone
Yeah,
instantly.
which they do, and their Junkrat is terrible. I just have to say, because he
Uh,
gets picked instantly, and their defense falls apart.
Yeah, as you said, it worked, but it really shouldn't have. Like, and one thing that may be worth, even though you pick this comp from the beginning, when you sometimes one person can like go outside of spawn in the beginning, scout, like see what the other team is playing. Let's say if they see the Junkrat and the Zen, one might call like, oh, we can keep the pharmacy, but maybe we should swap to an Ana or a Lucia or something, or maybe
Like, what second
Diva.
tier would you recommend then? Like Moira, Ana, Lucio?
I
say
would
an
probably,
Ana.
yeah, I would say an Ana actually, because
Okay.
Ana really has to heal the tanks here if this comp is gonna work.
And you're gonna need long range healing for Hanzo.
Yeah.
So Ana would be preferable.
Okay.
Well, let's just
Yeah.
start watching.
Well, pour yourself a rum and let's get to work.
Are you guys on defense or attack? Okay, you're on attack.
Shameless
I want to see how you play
I
this.
was plugging it to the people who are already watching the stream, so maybe that was a little bit pointless. But anyway,
Just tell me if
We
you
are
want
gonna
to.
get
remind people where they are.
we are gonna get started now with standard comps coming out from both.
Okay. So they've set up high ground.
Yeah.
You take Pharah and Mercy flies up.
Yeah.
You see them playing high ground. You get a really good boot buff here on the
Both
Rhine.
sides. I'm gonna crank Wonder's volume to make sure that I can get his dulcet tones loud and clear.
Right about now.
I was just about
don't
to say, would
see
you
it.
like me to do the play-by-play as you're doing the camera work, and it
Yes,
can be a bit
please.
much? Okay.
There it is.
Great boot.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh,
You should absolutely call to your team right now. Ryan's off alone. Push, because that Ryan is alone. He's probably free. But even if you make the entire team like drop low ground, you should probably win that fight since you have a Pharah and you have an Hanzo on high ground as well. Probably. I haven't seen where he's positioned, but
I think Hans is playing roof.
yeah, but that's perfect because if you make them drop, you should win. So you should absolutely be calling to your team right now. I don't know if you did, but calling.
I think I did, yeah.
Yeah, then that's great.
Yeah, so here just punish Ryan or like try to kill Ryan and make them put resources into Ryan. They have exposed high ground since they don't have a shield. This sets up for pick on junk.
Yeah, as well as probably like the rest of the team,
Yeah.
or just make them drop.
Yeah, they should rotate back like instantly or try to heal Ryan here.
Yeah.
Because without Ryan, they are just fucked. Because you're playing a very spammy comp with Hanzo Pharah.
Yeah.
And without shield, they're just dead.
They're just gonna get destroyed. Like
Okay, well, in that case-
punishing mistakes are super important.
Yeah, and that's probably the primary thing to learn when you want to rank up. Punching
Yeah.
mistakes.
Because if you can identify what's right and what's wrong in situations, that's super important. Because if you can realize that, let's say a Zen, if you're playing Tracer for example, a Zen is not playing with his team and he's out in the open, you should probably just like abuse that he's playing bad and take that to your advantage, and just like form him basically. Just to like take an example, because identifying and punishing mistakes are super important.
Okay.
Liana has just been dropped off the high ground, which is going to be a massive
Oh,
pain in the
what?
ass, because with
Oh my god, their junk dropped after, so that's the reason he was playing choke alone.
Yeah.
Hanzo got a pick.
Yeah, and you punish that.
Yeah.
That's great. Just keep playing, I guess.
Foz being on that Pharah, he's just going to be able to rain damage. Luckily, he ran out of jet fuel and just dropped to the ground. Wasn't able to do a lot. But Liliana's still got to be
camera work
careful.
isn't the best, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I
Quite low on that shield health, and it's already cracked. And we've seen an interesting development in Zulu playing the off
First
tank,
person- oh,
which is
nice.
not his normal role. So that's gonna.
Okay.
Also gets picked from a
Yeah.
flanking McCree.
Yeah. Well, you could do is probably as far here. I must say I like the angle you're taking right now.
Yeah, you're playing corners
around,
very well.
yeah, you're playing around the tower and roofs. That's perfect. But your mercy is there. The McCree's walking back. You could probably just try to bury your mercy when she goes in for a rest, making sure she doesn't kill. You just turn it back to like a 65. And let's see what you do here. If you try to
It's gonna be a bit of a challenge to mix things up a bit, but Sigma the Fox coming out and taking out Drunk Soup straight
Yeah,
away.
I would
Ratchet
definitely
does
rest.
try to,
Also
get
right
into
there.
a cheeky res,
Nice.
But
You're
Sigma
part.
Okay,
was defending, but
yeah.
now falls.
Okay, pause. I just want to say that's like that's the problem with the comp. Once again, you get stuck in choke against a very spammy comp. Your Ryan dies because he doesn't have enough healing.
You managed to win this fight because you popped off with Mercy.
Yeah,
I think
you
got
killed
3 kills.
you killed the only threat to Farah, which means you would just win basically.
So I pushed in afterwards for the Zen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the thing here, you're losing the frontline battle because you don't have enough healing to support your tanks.
Yeah. Exactly.
Which leaves Ryan's dies, you pop off, you win the fight because you managed to kill 3 people, I think.
Yep.
Is coming for some support, and with that,
definitely sounds
no
like it's
McCree,
gonna be Anna time.
Farah is unleashed.
If you didn't kill Sen, the Ryan would have pushed onto your Zarya and Sen, and you would have probably lost that because they have support from Anna in the backline and Jelly Spam.
I would say as far here, you have an Anna pocket. You've already killed your like biggest threat. Anna can maybe kill you, but that's a stretch. She's not that big of a threat. I would probably go super aggressive here.
Yeah.
Unleashed.
You say that break barrier, you should call instantly to your team to push. Because Ryan is backing out. He doesn't have a shield. He's super scared basically.
And with Sen dead, they don't have a Discord orb to threaten
like,
you. So your team should just push.
Just press W basically.
There are 2 people in choke and Anna playing far back.
Yeah.
So
this Ryan should die.
Ryan.
Yeah, this Ryan should die.
He's pushing up, putting pressure on Kimball, who's doing the best to stay out of the way, while keeping her other half of Liliana alive.
That is some excellent justification of the gold gun for that Farah there. Holy moly.
Yeah, you're going aggressive.
Yeah,
here.
those are some.
That's good. Because they're only
great.
2 people.
Hits.
Oh, you got slipped. Okay, pause.
Now, he's having a quick nap.
I would just say, like that's one thing when playing Farah. You have good rocket aim. You maybe have better than I have, to be honest. One thing to learn as far is super important is how to properly manage your like fuel. If you play it correctly, you can basically stay in the air forever. You should never, if you don't want to, drop to the ground. I would recommend like searching on YouTube, for example, how to learn that. It's not like super.
Yeah, no, like I'm doing it usually. I just drop down before to the full payload to
okay
push a bit.
Try. That sleep was nice. Maybe you could have been a bit higher up to try to avoid it. I don't know. But going low as well isn't bad.
Yeah, I'm just chasing this area. I'm going to close there.
This push here is really good, actually. I don't know where McCree is. He should have been back. I saw him standing here a moment after. But this push is really good. Ryan's isolated from his team. You burst him down. You focus down backline.
Yeah, but I would still probably focus down the Ryan first. Try to kill him. Like having focus fire is super important. You can't have that as much in solo queue, but since people don't listen to calls as much, but in a team environment, it's super important to make sure you're focusing the same target because it just makes makes it easier to kill. This Ryan might stay alive because you are not focusing the same target right now.
Yeah.
Having one player in your team called a target caller who decides from information that he gets who to focus. Like if someone says that Anna's low, he can say, "Oh, focus Anna," for example.
We can talk about shot color and target color.
Yeah, the difference basically. Should we talk about the communication structure we have in our team right now?
Sure.
Don't go into depth.
Yeah,
just-
into deep. I don't know. I just keep it simple. In our team, we have like one person. Often it's often a main tank because he's in the front line and he's like has to be in melee range and stuff. He calls the target who to focus, who basically the team should focus on. And you have one shot caller who decides, for example, what ults to use,
What comps to play, what routes to take.
Yeah, what swaps we should make. I'm the shot caller in our team, and I like, let's say, if I see that we're dying a lot to a 4, I can call to my team that we swap to McCree, for example. And the team just follows what I say, basically. But you can still bring discussion to the team to ask. I often ask, "Oh, what do you guys think we should do?" To make my job easier, basically. But we can just keep playing.
Pretty good direct hits. He really knows what he's doing. Apart from
Yeah, like
right now,
at the moment I'm the shot
excellent
caller,
work
but we
there.
don't have like a dedicated target caller. So
big
like
shout
yeah.
to
whoever feels to call it target at the moment.
Yeah, it's not super important, but like making sure that someone calls out, "Let's focus this person," 100%, and making sure that everyone listens. That's super important. Like the Rhine should be dead right now.
Yeah.
Didn't run. No, they tranced. No, they didn't. What?
No. He just backed out basically.
What?
You didn't punish him.
Pretty good direct
He never
hits.
died.
Nano here.
Oh, he got
He
nano.
knows what he's doing. Apart
Yeah,
from
but
right now,
but he
he's
had no
having a good
barrier and
match.
he was like
Yeah.
200 HP. He should be
excellent
dead.
little boot
Yeah,
there
Ryan
to
should have died
save.
there.
Oh,
Yeah.
big
And
shout
now
to
he
Fernando.
shatters
Fall
your
down.
entire
Everyone
team.
but Joseph is on the
Fortunately
floor.
for you, they don't have
Fortunately, it was
follow-up,
only
which
her
you
there.
Yeah.
She couldn't do anything to
They don't
take
have
him down.
follow-up, sadly.
Anakin
Punish
comes
Ryan.
out,
Sadly, I mean,
kills that child.
Luckily.
I say child, I don't know how old
Okay.
Eliana is, so...
Alright.
That's just they just staggered in. They trickled in.
Yeah.
You punish
Yeah.
Ryan after shatter. He didn't get enough healing.
Yeah,
And you
they
just-
trickle. They trickle, and the Fora is super snowball. If you like win the first fight is Fora, you just like
You
take
know.
the points.
19 or something, or 18.
If you get like 1 or 2 picks,
Oh,
if
good.
they don't like
Yeah, they could play in the
kill
league.
you instantly,
I think you're
Yeah.
yeah. snowballing this point as well.
Yeah, I was just going for an Anakin
Yes.
on Padawan's,
I would not be surprised.
referencing as, you know,
Yeah.
Eliana
Oh yeah, I want to pause here.
They swapped monkey.
Yeah, okay, this was monkey. Well, that's not super important. What I
Monkey
wanted to say is that you have 6 ults right now. Having one person saying, "Let what ults to use to make sure this fight is won," but without using too much.
Yes.
I heard you talking about that ult usage is your problem.
I thought ult usage was a problem, and
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
and
using
combo.
6 ults here would be really bad.
Mhm.
Having someone saying, "Oh, let's do dragon and grab,"
Yeah.
because that's a really good combo, or grab and 4 ult. That's really good, because and then the Fora and the Zora can communicate. We often like ask. I say, let's do grab barrage, and the Fora asks for, "Oh, can I get bubble when I ult so I don't die?"
Yeah.
And one thing that's kind of important too. It's not the most important thing in the beginning, but I would recommend learning it. Is ult tracking.
Yes, like we have announced Sirius to do this, our Zen.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
I never claimed to be good at it, but I can maybe.
He's trying his
I'm-
best.
All right. Like if he's finding it really hard to track 6 ults, which it is, it's super hard. Having like one player tracking their counterpart.
for example,
Um,
for tracking McCree's.
yeah. Yeah, for example, yeah. Like the one who's like the same player on
Same
the other team.
role or count.
Yes, same role or count. Like Genji.
Main tank.
Yeah,
For
Ryan.
McCree.
Yeah, and like Genji, for example, often tracks Lucio Beat or Senora Transcendence. Um, like if shot caller makes the call here for let's do grab dragon, and someone who has all tracked the Zen says no, they have trans, it won't work. Then the shot caller can take that information, change it maybe, so we can so you can say, oh, let's do grab barrage, that's more burst.
Yeah, our plan here was we thought that the Zen has ult, so
Yeah,
our Hanser
great.
tried to trigger trance, and then
Yeah.
we follow up with
Zulu's
grab
had
barrage.
one.
This was
Alright.
our voice
Come out,
Just
and
fast
it
forward.
was well played.
communication.
Okay. They've swapped to dive tanks now.
Yes.
They wasted grab. He had like 70-80% on grab.
Yeah.
I think that would have been worth staying for.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, let's not talk too much about there, Aberdeen.
uh,
I just want to say, like, having a plan to bait trans is good, but using dragon is maybe not the best for that purpose, because there's a pretty big chance that they'll just walk to the side and just dodge it, basically.
Yeah.
Maybe
And
using
it did work. Yeah.
maybe using shatter could be better, for example, but like using 3 ults to 2, that's like good if you want to clean the wipe. But maybe sometimes if you don't have ults, you kind of have to make the call, oh, let's dive Sandhorde to kill him fast and or bait Transcendence. And I think that if you damage boost a Fora during grab, like in the grab, you should burst through trans.
especially if you're close enough.
Yeah, if you're close enough, you land enough rockets, you don't even have to aim.
I think you did. Hansa uses dragon here. They're all playing high ground.
Yep.
They just dodge it. They don't give up.
Yeah.
Early dragons come out, and that was well
McCree
played.
ult picks off Mercy.
Ooh,
Okay, maybe.
I think you end up winning this fight, and I don't think you should be able to do it. To be honest,
I
you have ult
think-
advantage, but
I think you should call reset here.
Yeah.
ooh, excellent. That was the only.
yeah, because
Oh.
you don't know if they have.
No, like I think we got reset it because McCree gonna kill me
only
now.
ult that they had, and they managed to get the Mercy
Yeah.
kill with it, which is
And
also
then we
important
retreat.
kill when there is a fire
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the field.
Oh, Optimus,
Because
welcome.
it only feels like you've got
Hello.
half a character when
Hello.
So-
Just click on the link in the internal chat.
From here, just reset.
Yeah, just someone. That's also the shot caller who calls resets and pushes. Like if you want to push left, or if you want to call a reset. Like if you get pick, if you both your sports, you just like go back straight into your spawn. Try to not get staggered.
You do kind of a not really a soft reset, but almost. You push back far enough for Mercy to get a rest off, and then you counter push with the ult advantage.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
Just
Just keep
Sen's
it.
dead. Your Hansa killed Sen. Oh, what the fuck?
Yep.
So, they don't have trance. What the
Yeah.
fuck? Why is it so big?
Yeah. Okay. If the Fora wasn't dead here, I would probably since you get if you could kill the only like real threat to your fight winning like guaranteed fight winning combo, you should just call push, because that is now winnable. But since you were dead, yeah,
When there's only
don't.
fire.
What a
Lovely
snap.
from Sigma.
Okay, let's see what you do here.
Still managed to.
Brilliant. The Junker are playing in the front line a little bit, which is
Their Junkers is way out of
right as he
position,
gets picked.
playing along the court.
Okay,
you
okay,
did
that-
They're doing well. They're rotating back to
You just win that fight because the other team is bad, to be honest.
stalling out as
They
go.
get a pick on the Mercy, and I think they get a pick on the Fora.
Yeah.
They should just push, call to push.
Even if Sen died, they are playing in a 5v4, and
Yeah.
you don't have your main source of healing or damage.
Exactly. And if they can force ults out of you, that's a
Yeah.
good fight for them.
Young gets out
Though
of
I don't think
position,
they
you
have
punish
as
him
much
very
point
good.
pressure with the dive
Yeah.
tanks, which might be a little bit of a
you
problem.
get free
later on.
card.
And now we go for the graph.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, this is the
Right.
problem with having
Being positioned here
a
is smart.
Mercy and what's his
Waiting
name?
for the grab.
Zenyatta, is that he can't
Grab
really
combo.
pump out a huge amount of sustained healing.
That's a great
That
guy.
is a
There,
very
Sen dropped.
well.
Which
No,
made
ours
him-
are not.
Yeah, he dropped and tranced, so he couldn't trans grab.
This is ours then.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
ah,
Sen. My
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Where did Sen go? Oh, Sen died early.
Wait. Did your Zen trans here because you felt threatened by the Winston?
I don't know. We'll have to ask serious.
Well, I'm pretty sure I know the fight you're talking about, and it was probably mostly a panic ult. It wasn't really a conscious decision, and that's one thing I really
Okay.
know I need to improve on a lot.
Okay. Panic holding is bad, and that's why it's so good to have like making sure that you have a plan before, so everyone just doesn't.
Yeah.
Like-
Like the Mercy ult wasn't planned. In the
Yeah.
Zen ult as well.
Both
Yeah.
Yeah, and,
both supports.
I
got
know
synced.
I know a lot of that is just because of my solo queue habit, because there you can really at all rely on anybody to actually rescue you from a Winston or anything.
Yeah.
So,
The thing is though, during this fight is you have just killed a Zen. You're gonna kill two people in the grab. That's free. Even if you die, you still probably win the fight here because
Yeah, see, this is
you're
the
still
problem
looking
with
at the
having
5v2. Maybe? I think the junk still spawned.
5v3, I think. It was
Yeah,
when it
5v2.
was.
Mercy and
5v2, and you have
What's his
only have
name?
like a couple
Zenyatta,
meters to
is
push.
that he
Even
can't
if you
really-
die, you aren't in any extreme danger because Mercy just used Valk, which means she has more than enough like healing to keep alive basically the entire team and stay alive herself.
What
So-
does Mercy healing do in Valk right now? Is it 60 per second?
Yeah, I think it's around
And
60.
Monkey does 50 per second. Or like, what's his damage? What's his DPS?
Yeah,
now?
maybe.
I
But
think
he's
Valk out heals Mercy. Winston Beam.
yeah, but like still.
yeah, Valve definitely does, and even regular Mercy healing means that you are unlikely to die to
Yeah.
Winston.
Yeah, exactly.
Equal healing and damage, and of course you can get bursted down by the Winston's melee or something like that, but
Yeah.
usually
Yeah, but you shouldn't be any
That
day.
is
You
a
should
very
be.
cheeky little grab there, just getting 6
If you didn't transfer, this
And,
would be like super good for you.
Yeah.
You probably even didn't even need to Valk either, but
And they're wrapping.
getting their Valk for
Team fight up there. Did you see the positioning on the Pharaoh, by the way, before? though? Like that grab
for
combo was
the-
planned out beforehand. They had
like
the
a grab
front
combo,
low ground
and
there,
while
just
wiping,
right up as
that's
soon as the
just
grab came out. So
that's
that
just
was
value.
really good engagement combo there.
Okay, this swap to Widow.
Yeah, and
Okay, now I would swap. Now I
Yeah.
would 100% swap.
This is where you want to swap, especially because Third Point Dorado is an inside map, which means
Yeah, it's
you have a
hard
cap
for
of where
sure.
you can go.
If you still wouldn't have like the Valk and the trans left,
Came out.
I would. Can you pause, Olaf? If you did like, I wouldn't swap Mercy and Zen. Oh, fuck, dude, become so big sometimes. If you had support roles left, I would stay Mercy Zen still because those two also are super important. But since you don't have, I would probably just call a reset real fast. Go back into spawn, maybe swap in an Ana, a Lucio, and maybe a, I don't know, a Brig or something. And just because like it's third point Dorado, which is generally a very bad map for pharmacy.
You even get countered by Junkrat.
Yeah. You're gonna get countered by basically everything because it's so close.
Yeah.
You can't use angles either because it's pretty open. I would just probably call reset, go back into to spawn and swap here. But let's see what you do.
yeah, and
There's the counter. There's the counter.
Again, a rest on the Pharaoh, which is nice. They,
2 shots to take down Foz. He wants 1 shot. So made that switch.
I wouldn't be surprised if you die here again, though.
She's so close to a
Nope,
primal
I'm
rage
not.
that she needs to
Not
stay
there.
on But
I will die to a Junkrat tire, I think.
Okay, that's nice.
Drunk soup coming up big there. Yeah.
Okay, so you're currently playing a 4v3, but they have ult advantage with trance and tire and bomb.
Yeah.
So here's I would call a reset here.
Would
playing,
we?
Yeah, we're playing 4v3. I thought we were playing 3v3. My bad.
Yeah, if you still have shatter,
Yeah.
so I would not call reset.
If you, if you can get a shatter off without Sen using, or if Sen using trance, that's valuable as well.
Or you know what we would probably do here?
What?
To be honest, if we're looking at our own perspective, we would, since they have spawn advantage, which is super important when like coming back into fights faster. Maybe try to force transfer or something, or try to get ults out of them
Red Knight
before
has managed to
resetting.
finally get a kill, but with Kimball going down and now Cthulhu, there are no support.
Yeah, now you're playing for
And
4v2.
Zulu showing,
Monkey and Widow spawned.
Uh,
You managed to
yeah.
win the
not
fight.
maybe the best team
without-
play, and
Oh, you had
Cthulhu-
4 left. No, never
So
mind. You
now
shouldn't.
it's
You
just
don't
Red
call
Knight
reset if you have
spot
4 left.
huge. Where is he
Yeah,
going with
they
it? Very
Another
nice.
tire
managed to
Going
get
for
for Mercy.
Sky.
Holy shit, that's
He
a
might
nice
be able
tire.
to get them.
Now you call reset. Now you just try to die on court.
Yeah. Try to.
Yeah, and
get
like
ults.
now when
Absolutely huge and clutch.
we don't reset fast enough.
It looks
Yeah.
like they might
If you get staggered out here, that's super bad.
get this one through. They
Takes
take down the
a
Ryan,
long
they
time
take
for
down
tanks
Azaria.
to die.
And
Instead
now-
of
yeah.
backing out, just press W.
Yeah, just try to dive court. If you can get one of them to maybe pan into ult, or you can maybe get a trade.
Yeah, and Zulu does
That's
get
super
too much
valuable, or
support
just try to
there,
farm your ult
with,
on court.
Send
But getting
dice.
staggered.
and then getting
You
rezzed.
rest Sen.
That's still not a loss, because without the
You can
res,
fight
you're
this.
not gonna
I'm
get another one. for
resting
30
Sen.
seconds. And now they're getting a
has to be
further
careful
delay.
here.
Okay.
I would swap Sen for a Lucio.
Yeah, I would probably as well. I would have swapped the pharmacy already as well. But
Yeah, I gotta say that I'm actually aware myself that I really should have swapped to Lucio a lot earlier.
okay, great.
Maybe even Moira or something.
Yeah.
Here though, because they are.
I would just want to say you play this very like, I mean, you're peeking a little bit in front of barrier, but letting your Ryan
not
set
really
up
great when it comes to
so you
ult.
can
They
cross
are
when they have
getting close
vision.
to the Valkyrie, they
Yeah.
have the primal
That's
rage,
like
but
Good.
that's
look
good.
at the other team's ults.
Okay, can you go? Can you pause? Okay. I really hope that you use the Grab Dragon combo here, since they don't have trance, which you should have, which I guess you all tracked. Grab Dragon is basically a one fight every time. Can you go back like 2 seconds so we can get a better angle when it is not? Yeah, here. Wait, it's pause. Nice. I'm gonna take control. You have like 2 main threats to you right now. You have the Widow, who's probably gonna get better sightlines who's gonna be a bigger threat if you go main. But if you go in this little room over here, where Junk can just fire mines in like constantly, he's gonna be the bigger threat. You have to decide what is like more dangerous to you, as a team right now.
Could also
Yeah,
go
and,
Bard.
as the Junkrat didn't play that good, we decided to go there
Okay.
and to send Zarya from Shields.
All right.
You could go
Okay,
Bard.
Okay. Oh, well, that's fine. Yeah, that's great. That's great. So yeah. Going top, I don't mind here actually. Since they're playing pretty grouped on top, I would probably look for an early grab, use Dragon, and just wipe.
2-man grab is fine. You don't have
Yeah.
to look for a 5-man or 6-man or.
Yeah, like if you can grab 2 to 3 early and not get, and they don't get any kills like in return, you probably win the fight.
Yep.
So yeah, what you do here is fine. Just, I guess I keep playing.
They have the primal rage, but look at the other team's ults.
You know what you could do, Fora?
Tell me.
It's a bit risky, but instead of going inside here with the team where you won't like be as effective, you could actually go for something risky, like bait that you're following the team, but instead you can
Go below and then.
yeah,
push
yeah,
up.
like flank around. Oh, dude, my so bad at this. Just flank around, maybe come from behind, try to create crossfire, create a confusion within the other team.
Yeah.
I understand that you're afraid of the Widow, but
We almost
yeah. Oh, this is good if this was intentional. Okay, never mind. You had combo. That was very bad. Since you have combo, I would not just like waste dragon like you just did.
Yeah, it wasn't the plan. Like it wasn't called out. He just
okay, all right.
like and Drunk Soup is not the team, so I don't know.
All right, okay. Yeah, because that one is basically the most powerful combo in the entire game.
Yeah.
Maybe after like EMP bomb or something. But generally using like Hunter Dragon to flush a team of high ground and maybe trying to take like map control, getting control of new areas of the map is actually good. But here is not a situation where I would have done it.
To me, it wouldn't surprise me
Drunk
if
could have died in there.
Leek tries to push this hard here and just use all their ones in one team fight.
Yeah, it's looking that way. With
Junk is actually so
Paul's trying to
bad.
get a bit aggressive there.
Okay, you're playing a very spread here.
Hang on the high ground now.
You force Primal, that's good.
We've got 2 Cthulhus. I was about to
Great,
say,
you punish him.
Sorry,
King
nobody
does
plays
good.
ball.
But your Zen dies because you play way too spread here and he doesn't get like shielded. That's bad. Okay.
Didn't get any kills.
Oh yeah.
Red Knight, can he come up
They
huge
get
again?
another 2.
He does. He's taken down both DPS there.
I would color reset here.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we use the graph for
Yeah, I think you.
The
Nah,
bubble
you-
place
it's
is
next
trapping them.
good, saving on
Yeah,
the
but you just
Anakin
don't
starting
use
to
grab.
swing.
Yeah.
That's a bad grab. I'll just explain real quick.
Yeah,
You
I know. No,
don't-
it was kind of a panic.
Yeah,
mode
yeah,
again.
like panic ult.
I fucked it up.
Yeah, panic ulting is bad. I'll just say it. Although that's why you have like yeah, that's great. And you know, so like having combos and plans before fights are super important. So you make sure that these like sorts of mistakes don't happen. But generally, I think you guys are playing pretty well. I heard from Gas that you've only played 2 scrims yet so far together.
Yeah, it
Am I
was the
wrong?
second scrim.
Alright.
Just some competitive.
Alright.
Things.
Well, great. Well, you're looking pretty good for being like such a new team.
Completely wasted grab when they now have a dragon to go with it. So probably
Yeah, now the Farah
They need to be
Graph
more
or
aggressive
Hanzo
when
Graph
they're at an advantage.
combo ready again,
Now
but
they're taking
Yeah.
too long to poke. They're letting
Like
the
using
enemy
combos and when and what ults to use are super important. Like ults define Overwatch.
yeah, and now we didn't switch either, and now they're like full dive.
Yeah.
With
Well,
the
you-
Tracer.
yeah.
And the Tracer's giving us a lot of trouble now.
You
Yeah,
have
well-
4 ults. They have none. So sticking, if you know they don't have ults, sticking with this comp just to save ults is fine, because you can
Yeah.
actually like win a fight with Barrage only
Yeah.
or Shadow
Just like-
only.
Like using Shadow Dragon maybe wouldn't be bad here, for example. Against Dive, I would definitely go top right again, or top left maybe is for you. Playing against a group team.
So they are vulnerable to the
Like,
Baron now, but
I'll can I take control,
Leek is
boss?
just waiting too long and not use
Like ults and snowball, which means basically that you keep on winning because the other team just can't recover from ults and just getting staggered and stuff. You using like it's even more important on like control maps, because if you keep like cycling ults, one great example is Shatter and Grav. What you can generally do, if you can do this for like maybe 5 fights in a row, you just win the game. On let's say for example King's Row, if your Ryan uses Shatter and your Zarya builds Grav of that, then Zarya uses her Grav, which can get Ryan Shatter, and just keep using fight after fight, like rotating the tank ults. You basically just win. So learning how
to them.
ults are like one of the most important things I would focus on. Nice.
It's hard to comment on.
This is a great, good.
Now Oh,
You
there we
could
go.
probably have done it like one
Nice
second
work from,
earlier and killed the farm,
Julie
the
and,
both supports.
Sigfrid.
It's just like
And,
unlucky.
Foz. But
Who's
I
alive
don't
in
know
your
how I
team?
feel about this full dive at the minute.
Okay.
It's going
Okay,
okay,
great.
but
You're still in a 5v6
there
and you
isn't
have
Five v
ult.
six.
any huge
Right
benefit to
You should win this fight.
Ratchet somehow
Now
managed
it's
to get that
4v6
res
because
off.
we
Alright.
don't
Now
have
Foz is
DPS.
mid-air trying to
Oh yeah.
battle it
I
out.
got killed in my ult and then
Slam
Hansa
comes
got
down,
picked.
gets Red Knight. Aki doing great, doing the old Jonak trick. Is
Well, you
stepping
get
in
rest.
front of the charging Reinhardt to take it on the chin.
You got rest, so it's for 5v6.
And
Okay.
Yeah.
in the meantime,
And
Zulu's
how's it
taking
going?
down
Oh,
Anakin.
okay.
Sigma takes down Screebus. This
Okay,
is
you should
actually
not
turning out really
lose this fight.
Sen still has trans.
Yeah.
And they don't
And now-
have any threats or like big ults you need to counter.
But you're right now in a 4v6 and
Yeah.
you've just blown like basically all ults. And you just pop Valk.
I want to watch this fight again.
Somehow managed to get that res off. And
That's
now Foz is mid-air.
You're playing 5v6 right now.
nice for Hanso's dead.
trying to
Hanso's back in spawn, I
battle
think.
out.
Is it?
Slam comes down,
Yeah.
gets Red
Yeah,
Knight.
yes, yes.
Aki doing
Okay, so five.
great, doing the old Jonak
Good play by their Sen. Just have to point
Yeah.
that out.
trick, is stepping in
dice.
front of the charging Reinhardt.
I would actually, I would have popped trans, because you've held this trans way too long. I think you've held this trans like almost the entire. You used trans last time.
End of the second point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's maybe 4 minutes.
Around, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing I need to improve on. I hold on to those ults way too long.
Like I understand the narrative of wanting to get the most out of your ult, but ulting more often is better. But as long as you have a plan with your ult, like the ult you did on second point, it wasn't bad, but it could have been better. Just knowing when to ult, it's just good, and not like holding ults too long.
Would have it been worth popping trans a second or so after theirs, just to try to keep your tanks alive until Hanzo gets back?
Yeah, I agree.
So,
Just quickly write that.
So if
I'm
you-
back home and I'll be hopping on my PC.
Okay.
yeah, popping trans
Okay.
here.
See how this fight plays out.
Gets Red Knight. Aki doing great, doing the old Jonak trick,
Right.
stepping in front of the charging
Like,
Reinhardt to take it on the chin.
We talked about. Oh, okay.
And,
Yeah, can I take control of boss? As we talked about before, and like the swapping thing, we've not been. Haven't been talking about it like a bunch for the last minutes. But as I said, I would probably. Wait, I just did it again. I'm so clumsy. I would already have swapped this, but since like this, you should have swapped. But the reason why you don't get like you don't cap 3 points with 3 minutes left is not because, in my opinion, you didn't swap. It's because you didn't use your ults properly. Because like swapping is super good, but generally ults are more important. But it's just knowing when ults are more important and when to swap
in
is
the
more
meantime,
important.
Zulu taking down Anakin. Sigma takes down Screebus. This is actually
yes,
turning out
exactly.
really well. The problem that
But I wouldn't say you're playing that bad. You're
But
actually
like,
playing pretty well.
well,
to happen here is
How do you handle it? Like, if I call out, we're gonna do barrage graph next fight.
Yes.
Someone sees like a good opportunity for their ult or to save the team, but it's not called out. Like, how much responsibility each player has on their own, or they just say, no, it wasn't called out, I won't use it.
Okay, so to get an example too, so if I'm understanding you correctly right now, is your original plan is to barrage and grab, but
Yeah.
maybe your Ryan sees a really good opportunity
Yeah.
to shatter, maybe get a full team that's a guaranteed wipe. I would just have your Ryan say not needed, something really simple but clear. I'm gonna shatter, we win fight with that, and someone calls no more ults after maybe, So yeah, using when you see a good opportunity to ult, you do it, but only when it's like completely necessary. But if you know that using, but still, like if the plan is still gonna work and it's not a guarantee, I would still probably stick to it. But sometimes you have to change your plan, for example.
Mhm.
We can talk about micromanaging.
Alright, micromanaging teammates.
Yeah, because that's it's about this topic. So you can have a plan you can execute, but you shouldn't micromanage teammates,
Mhm.
which means you shouldn't
Okay.
tell them
You-
exactly what to do.
Yeah.
In every situation, because they have a mind of their own. They see a situation they think is a good situation to use. Example, shattering.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you get a good shatter off, that's a fight won without any other ults used.
Like, for example, if you say that you're gonna barrage and grab, if you're the Zen player, I wouldn't scream to your Zarya, like grab now, grab now, grab now, because that Zarya probably knows when she has the best opportunity to ult,
Mhm.
and like then telling exactly like where for your teammate to stand is not good either. Like doing those sorts of things, it's better to just focus on your own play and the bigger picture. Keep going, I guess.
Not stopping when they've lost the fight.
Valk
They're not
used after
backing off
fight.
and then regrouping.
Just
They're trying to push it through
wanted to
and
point
force
that out.
it. And that's
Yeah.
just benefiting the defenders. They had like 4 or 5 minutes when they got into this, and now they just haven't been able to do a lot.
Wait,
They might be able
Olaf,
to do-
should I pause? Can we pause? Yeah, right. I was just gonna talk about comp really quick. They're running dive. The other team is running dive. Since I told you I wanted you to swap, yeah, dive with like Razy Zen. It's generally is Zen Lucio or Ana Lucio. But here, like a really strong team comp against dive, as well as not when you don't have that many ults. It's just goats comp.
Goats is strong against anything. Either.
Yeah, it is strong against anything, but it's particular strong.
Yeah.
Since you can basically just, if the team doesn't have a really strong ult that can just like wipe 4,000 HP in one use, you should probably win.
Mhm.
Because that's why Goat generally always wins first fight and often snowballs. Because first fight, the other team doesn't have like enough damage to without ults to kill them.
Do you know
if
what
Goats,
heroes
yeah.
they're in goats? Just do you know what heroes you play?
Have you guys run Goats anything before?
No.
We tried it like 1 or 2 times in comp, and it didn't work that great. That's why we came back to.
Okay. I would try. Yeah, I would try it in scrims where you don't lose any SR. To be honest, there are a few variants of goats. It's Zen goats, which is Zen, Brigitte, Zarya, Diva, Ryan, and Lucio, and it's the same, but you replace the Zen with an Ana, and it's Ana goats, and there's Moira goats. For starting out, I would definitely recommend Moira goats.
Yeah.
Then I would recommend learning.
But is it always Diva Ryan's area?
Yeah, it's always Diva and Zarya.
Nothing with Winston Ryan's area?
Okay,
Flying goats.
It's a comp called Flying Goats with Winston. But I would not recommend learning that. Like yet, it's super hard. It's much harder to play, and it's much more situational.
Mhm.
But starting out with Moira Goats because it has like a lot more healing, and it's just easier to play. I would recommend starting out with that, then moving on to the other and learning how like Goats comp works against other comps.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Is it
just
like-
knowing.
Is it like that, or is it Sen? You're Moira Ana Sen, or is it Moira Sen Ana?
What do you mean?
Like,
With, like,
The
rock paper scissors.
rock paper scissors counters.
Oh, the counters to each other. Or what do you mean? Like how?
Yeah.
It goes to go in goes to goes
Yeah.
matchup.
Goats for goats.
Okay. I'll take this really briefly. But in goats, with these three variants, there are three different versions that kind of counter each other.
Mhm.
Except Sengoats is better than.
Yeah,
Goats.
if you're good at Zen goats. Like Moira goats counters
It's
dive, because dive has no target to isolate because Moira, Lucio, and Brigitte are such strong healers.
Mhm.
It's like a bunch of healing, and dive can't do anything. But Anna goats counters Moira goats, because if Anna lands an anti-nade, that
Yeah.
healing just goes away, and Moira's basically useless, which means that Anna goats just win. But then there's Zen goats that is better against Anna goats, because even though if she lands an anti, the Discord orb is more powerful. So the Zen goats comp probably just kills the other team faster,
Yeah.
and with Discord, as well as Anna can like out heal Discord plus 6 people focusing one target.
So it would be beneficial to like have one player, for example, like Sirius or Zen in this game, to play Zen, Moira, and Ana in the Ghost comp,
Yes,
so all the other
yes.
5 players can stay the same.
Yes.
Just she switching around. Okay.
Like that's what I like. Expanding your hero pools, learning how to play more heroes are super important. If you, for example, play DPS and you already know how to play, let's say Genji and Hanzo, I
Yeah.
would probably recommend playing the other like learning how to play the other heroes that are pretty similar.
Yeah, like I think we're doing this. Like Oximus usually
Yeah.
plays the hit scan on the projectile DPS.
Yeah, okay. Great that you already know the
The
name.
hero pool is quite good covered, except Hammond.
and
Yeah,
the diva.
sure.
And
You
Yeah.
need a diva specialist. Like
Yeah.
you need a really good diva player.
Yes.
It's like learning how to play D.Va is super important. If you play off tank and can't play D.Va, it's gonna be hard for you.
Yeah, diva. Diva is the best and has always been one of the best heroes in Overwatch.
Yeah, she probably is now after
Because she can do everything.
Yeah, she's just fat Genji basically.
With rockets.
Yeah, exactly. But like learning how to play goats is super important. But the thing is, but the last counter that is like Sen goats, you would like theoretically think that Moira goats counter Sen goats because like it's a circle, but that isn't true. That isn't true. Like Zen goats gets completely destroyed if you don't know how to play it. So I would just recommend playing Moira goats and Nana goats. That's what we do in our team.
Then you can advance to Sangos.
Yeah. Then you can advance to Zen goats.
Yeah, I guess Zen goats needs a lot of focus fire and.
Yeah.
movement
Yes.
to set
You
up.
have very little, like, you have less healing resources with
Yeah. So you need to kill the enemy team so fast that nothing on your team dies.
basically.
You just have to play. You have to be more aggressive than the other goats comp.
Press W for head.
Yeah, but nothing more about like the goats comp. I would just recommend starting out simple, and you play really grouped, and you just focus the same target.
And with
Cycle
Lily
ults.
on the primal rage, so it's definitely
Enable your
good,
Ryan basically.
in overtime if they do manage this.
The D.Va should evade that grab.
Yeah.
We have
I was thinking the
at
same.
least the mercy taken out, so they're on even picks
You.
right now. Ellie on his primal rage, you can force the trend, which is valuable here. You can have the blade. Red Knight take
rough blade.
1, 2,
Unlucky.
and it looks like you can actually hold it here.
Yeah.
It's just Zarya left on cards, and
Like- So to sum it up, you didn't cap this round because you used your ults wrong, and you probably should have swapped your comp just as you kept second.
that mindset of
Because like pressing tab and realizing what the other team has swapped to makes it easier for you to see what to swap to also. If you see that they have a Widow, then you should realize, oh, I should swap off to Pharah. Oh, maybe I can go a Brig or something. I don't know.
Anna Sen, I would recommend Ana Lucio instead, but Ana San works.
Yeah. Okay. Let me explain. Like the difference. Like, wait, can I get control?
Lucio has more
Yeah, no.
heals and has more damage.
Yeah. This is super. Like, this is the safe option because Lucio can heal Ana. She can speed him. He can speed him her around. He can. So it's basically generally it's the safer option. But if like Zen Ana is super greedy. But if you can manage the snowball, you just basically full hold.
Mhm.
In this comp, I would probably go Ana Zen, to be honest, because Ana's since Discord and damage, like the offensive capabilities of Discord and Orbs plus Antinade
And
are
Junkrat.
is insane. It's actually insane. So yeah, on defense it's good, and especially in these sorts of comps which are like spammy. But I would not recommend it going on it on attack, for example, with like Ryan Zoria, because if they pressure your supports, you just can't win because they're gonna die so fast. Because Zan generally wants to have his orb on, for example, Genji, and instead of the other support, which like makes the healing less for the rest of the team. So yeah.
Yeah, the Ana was just picked to get the Nano Blade on Genji.
Yeah. I like the Ana pick. I like the Ana pick. I like your comp here. Let's keep playing.
And you're just assuming that they don't have a Pharah player.
SQ as a Hanzo there, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's
Okay, can you explain? Oh yeah, that's why you go. That's why you go Genji Junk. Yeah, I was just about to say. Assuming things about the other team is bad. When you're on defense, you can't go like specialized comp, for example. Usually like dive or goats. On defense, you have to be really like general. You can't like counter anything super good, but you can be a comp like that counters other things like not at all.
Yeah,
Like being really risky and having nothing to kill a Phora here is super bad, because since they have closer to spawn and they reset faster, they can just they don't have a hit scan. I'm just gonna go back into spawn and swap the pharmacy, and they probably just win. So yeah, I would not recommend doing that. So maybe swapping the Genji for I would go Widow, but if you don't feel comfortable with McCree is fine too.
actually look at what that Zarya has actually.
It was just that we know that they
Yeah,
don't have
and
like
so
a
we've seen a
good
bit of a
Pharah
different
player. They
composition.
don't.
You were 100% sure. Okay.
Not 100%, but like just we know what heroes they like to play, and
Okay.
Sigma and Red Knight both don't play
Yeah.
Pharah. So,
Yeah. It's better, but I would still
yeah,
recommend.
sure.
Just a Roadhog up on the high ground, with Drunkster coming out on the Genji and Thoz on the Junkrat.
Okay, they're playing.
Now,
Okay, you should. If you have him. Yes, it's called. This is Cyber Dive. It's like super hard to play. Let's see. I don't think they will execute it correctly. And like having a McCree here would be super good, since it counters Sombra as well with the flashbang.
Yeah.
Especially with
I
the
like
right
the
click.
Junkrat, I like
Yeah.
the,
It forces her to play a lot more passive.
I just don't see where the Genji
You can
fits
one-shot
into
her
this,
with
because
right
you're
click
going for
now
a very much
before she gets the first arcade away.
pick and spam based.
The answer is not at all.
Okay, good.
The whole
You
premise
see an overstun again. You punish him.
He's so
Really good.
He's
of
so
that they're running is that you're
Red
playing
Knight,
around the
I
Arrester
mean-
shield, right? But
Yeah.
with the Genji, I mean, you have
so
some
out.
follow-up on the Junkrat,
Position.
but realistically,
You should have rotated it around by this point.
Yeah.
You should have definitely gonna. Do you want to explain rotations, Olam?
We're gonna drop now, I think.
Are you gonna drop on the choke? Like,
Yeah, on the payload.
that's not good.
Wait,
You
let's
should-
just see
You're
what
not
they.
going to
Yeah,
be
you
able to-
drop on point.
This is very bad,
Yeah.
sadly.
Uh,
Uh,
Better just run back.
if your healers stay up here, Diva and Monkey can just jump them. And Sen's
Yep.
probably gonna die
That's
because of it.
exactly what they did.
Oh, they
They
did?
didn't die though, but we got lucky.
Yeah.
Let's just see.
On your
Like
own versus-
luck should never be a factor in
Sen's-
this.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
Sen
yes.
alone.
What you should.
Not
Where did
going to
Anna
be
go?
able to do much on your own.
Anna dropped.
Okay.
Sen's alone on high
And
ground.
she uses nade, which means she should just die. So yeah, Olem, should I or should you explain like rotations and it's super important, and especially when playing Orisa comps.
You can explain it. You're better on like that kind of stuff. But just Sen alone on high ground. That's not good,
That's
especially
a free
versus
target.
dive tanks.
Okay, to maybe explain. Can I erase?
Just click the button below the eraser. delete
Oh yeah,
something.
clear drawings. Yeah, I know. So yeah. Let's see if I can get a better angle here. Oh. What you should have done, like Orisa comps works in a way that you want to play a bit. You want to play a bit far away, so dive can literally like never reach you. You just want to play far away, get spam, get picks, hope that they never can like really get the dive off because they're always someone low or someone who's already dead. So like a default rotation for this map that like all teams do is always just stand here in the beginning in the poke phase where you're just trying to get all charge, maybe see if you can get lucky to get a pick and see what like the other team is playing. Then you go around, get the choke, stand a bit, and just take new positions. Like if you don't kill something with Orisa comp and you just have to like going back all the time, you just lose. So because you can't like play in a really close fight against other comps as Orisa. That's why it utilizes like high ground and yeah, playing really far back, just playing like 6 people inside behind the shield. Yeah.
No, and
And it's especially important to rotate early because you have no mobility, especially without
Yeah.
Lucio.
Yeah, you just get dove.
Is interesting.
Fortunately for you, they don't execute the dive on Sen
That
properly.
never happens.
Sen should probably have
Yeah.
died.
Who'd have
I
thought
definitely
Lucio
should have
would be
died.
Played
right
versus
in
a
the
good
thick of things.
team.
First person to get picked off.
I'm actually pretty sure I said in voice chat after that, like, how am I alive?
Yeah. Well, it's great that you realize your own mistakes. That's like number one.
Yeah, that's
Thank you,
actually
improving.
how you like it. Rank
Improve.
up.
Yeah, by just realizing what you're doing wrong and what you're supposed to be doing instead. Right now, you've gotten lucky sometimes. I'm just gonna be honest. You've gotten lucky, and that's why you won a couple of fights. And they should have just wiped you here when you. Guess that's like a major error. But I still think I'm just gonna say I don't think since you're a new team, you're not like super comfortable with each other yet, and you don't know exactly how the others play, especially like your tanks. Just keep playing with each other. You will build better synergy because this is a really good quote by Jane. I don't know if you know him, but he's a really famous streamer and he's a coach. One person in a bad position is a mistake. 6 people in a bad position is a strategy.
Yeah.
Because as long as you play as a team, you should be fine. But that rotation.
Doesn't he also say that the same thing, but with doing stupid things? So one people alone doing stupid things is a mistake, but six doing it is a strategy.
Yeah, exactly.
The ridiculous thing is how true that is.
Yeah, I know. Like that's why you sometimes get tilted on your team because they're standing. Especially when it's playing support, it's often just safer to play with your team than playing like really far back, really safe, because you're still alone and you probably won't get help.
Quite valuable here. I'm surprised that Red Knight is staying alive for so long as he is. Given that they have an anti-dive comp, as I say that, he dives of course. But the caster's curse always strikes.
there's no reason why you shouldn't full hold this.
Yeah, they end up doing it.
Oh, great. Because if you play this properly, what you would do is just first fight. They probably don't have beat. You use tire first. Try to win a fight with only tire. If you
did
manage
this
to do
with
that, yeah. And then the fight after, you use Nano Blade. That's like a free wipe.
Mhm.
And they're gonna have Nano Blade after. You trans. And then you're probably gonna have tire again. Then you're probably gonna have Nano Blade again. And you just keep using those like really key ults to win.
Yeah, what to do with ults like Rodox or just like not really comboable?
Oof, like okay. Some ults are better than others. It's true. Like some ults you can be a bit more free with using. Like for example, Monkey's Primal.
Or Pulse
If
Bomb.
a monkey decides when he uses ults, there is like no reason to really coordinate a monkey ult because you usually use it to like stay alive. Like Rolex ult is often used to disrupt. Like if you can corner someone and just put them up against the wall and ult them, that's fine. And as well, like if you feel like you like Super Soldier, for example, it's a tempo ult. If you want to use it like early fight, try to like spam someone down before they reach choke or something, that's fine. Some ults, yeah, but like really key ults like Nano, Blade, and Trance, for example, or
Grab.
yeah,
They need more.
grab, more coordination and
Yeah.
planning.
So yeah, whole hog can be used to either corner someone or when Winston's diving.
Sigma's got
Yeah.
a really
Just you can just ult Winston, like get him off your Sen, can work.
Yep.
Whole hog versus their team is not the best because they have Sombra, Genji, and they had Diva before, so Diva can just eat, Sombra can hack you, deflect.
Yeah,
But hog is, it's not the best ult, but it's very situational when you
Yeah.
want to use it.
but it unless you're like doing like whole hog grab, which is super
Yeah.
powerful, I wouldn't be too like you. I guess you guys can identify what's a stronger ult and what's a weaker ult.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if Tracer sees like a opportunity to just get a stick onto someone, she's probably gonna do it.
Yeah, it's the same with whole hog.
Yeah.
And just a question, because you showed us the ult rotation, tire and nano blade, and then trans, but like
Yeah.
both tanks didn't really fit into that rotation
Yeah.
when to use their ult.
Yeah, it's just like when they feel like it. Basically,
Yeah, okay.
if you've already like killed 5 people, I wouldn't recommend using whole hog. But if you can use it to get like 1 kill,
Mhm.
or just in the beginning of, like I said, you can basically use it whenever.
And
If you
whole
like it.
hog nano isn't a bad combo,
Yeah, but against that
Depending
combo,
on their team.
I would not do it.
but
Since
it
you have
really
Land
depends on
Blade.
what team they have. But
Yeah, since they have Land Blade, like
yeah,
what you usually do, you want to use minimal ults to win a fight. You want to use like as few as possible, which gives you a better opportunity in the beginning. That's why I would recommend like, let's say this fight, using tire. If tire fails, then maybe resort to using Nano Blade, or maybe if you get 1 kill with tire, you also using whole hog.
Yeah.
Because you want to save your best combos like as long as possible. If you don't need to use ults, you shouldn't use ults.
True. So I think I'm gonna start with tire here.
yeah.
Okay.
I think you gotta pick
quietly
up
building
with
up
tire.
towards that grab, not grab,
No, I think they
No, they
bubble.
beat right. No,
Yeah, they
it's
and,
next-
and
next-
they, Zarya bubbles the Lucio and saves him.
Unlucky.
So
Yeah, here it
really
is.
early tire coming out. See where
Yeah.
this is going.
Quite questionable.
Zarya bubbles
Okay,
first, I go
so
for Lucio, and he
right
gets
now, so
bubble
they're on
too.
the Rhine Zarya.
Okay.
They might want
Nicely
to-
timed by Zulu there.
You could have probably waited a bit longer with that tire. However.
Yeah.
Just waiting for them to come to choke. See if Sorry uses barriers, then you have a free tire basically.
With a
Yeah.
blade or with a nano blade or something just to close at this point, because I feel they're still relatively vulnerable to that.
If you okay, I'm not sure how the other team just doesn't like. Just wait. Like EMP is maybe the best ult in the game.
Yeah, they're gonna EMP now, and they're not gonna get any value out of it. So that's
But-
a waste by them.
They should just basically just EMP, kill off your Zen because he becomes like 20 HP. They just blade.
Yeah. So this
And they
play,
get-
blue team's doing, it's questionable.
Sort of anti-dive death ball, unless they manage to move through the shield.
Okay, great. Can I get? Can I just say something? I like that you use tire first, then use nanoblade. That's basically what I talked about. But I liked how Orisa backed up as soon as she got pressured by the Rhine here.
Have a blade coming in the back, a nano blade.
Great that you punish him because he goes in front of your
Yeah,
shield
that was
without his team. Nice blade.
Ooh, drunk soup going for player of the game there. I'm fairly certain that that is the only reason that the Genji is on this squad. Is because they had the Ana. They thought, well, what goes well with the Nano?
I'm just gonna say it again. If they would just have swapped pharmacy, you would have lost.
Yep.
Not really a huge
Can you
amount of this comp.
remove the line,
Screw it, let's
please?
throw a Genji in the mix.
Oh,
Maybe
unlucky,
some
dude.
Nano blades to fall back on.
And you gotta consider,
so
Genji is
now-
one of his better heroes, right?
I think they're gonna
if you
EMP now.
put him on a Widow hero, if you
If I
put him on
remember
something a bit
correctly.
more classical, maybe a McCree, maybe another Sombra,
Yeah.
you're not really
Just
getting the
pause there.
full utility that you could get.
Yeah,
out
but
of
sorry.
it. So,
Take control if you want to.
The Genji maybe doesn't fit that well into the content so far.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait.
What the fuck? Okay.
At this
I
point, I was really wondering what they are
And
doing.
you gotta consider,
Yeah.
Genji is one of his best.
Me as well, me as well.
Right? If you
So
put him on a Widow hero,
they have
What-
no
what?
follow-up on this EMP.
or if you put him on something a
Well,
bit more
yeah,
classical,
can you
McCree,
pause?
maybe another
Yeah.
Sombra,
I just want to say, a good team would have just, since this is like maybe second to last push, they would have gone for the, since they're already Ryan Soria, they're probably gonna swap.
I
maybe
think
they
that's a
get the Sombra.
five-man EMP.
Yeah. If the thing they should do is just EMP the Zen so that you don't have trans in the fight anymore. Just
Yep.
kill him and you have a free nano blade. A good team would have done
exactly.
that.
And that's exactly what I was wondering. I was like, okay, they EMP'd me. Like, next up, there's gonna be some DPS alt. Then,
Yeah.
well, just look what happens.
Yeah, because Genji decides to
you're
wait
not
with
really
play.
getting the full
You kill Ryan, that's
utility
good.
that you could get out of
That
Johnson.
might
So,
you kill two even. That might make Genji hesitant. But
Yeah, but
Nanoblade EMP is almost a guaranteed team wipe.
Yep.
No matter what. Like it's
Like,
almost a guaranteed like 4-man.
Yeah, against like uncoordinated teams, like EMP blade is usually enough, and you can just save the
Yeah.
nano.
Especially with your comp with the low
Yep.
mobility you have.
Yes.
Genji being the only one and mine, I guess. But with those two hacked, that's probably a guaranteed team wipe. So
Yeah.
Genji could have nanobladed here. He decides to blade it now. When they're like
Yeah,
two-
when the
two,
Zen
three
is still
people
alive.
down,
Yeah, and
Yeah, and
EMP is over.
yes.
exactly. This is just the other team being bad.
Terrible
You,
timing.
Transing here. I don't know if that's valuable because they still have Grav. Oh, they're close to Grav.
Yes.
But
What?
and he still managed to pick off Anna.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually my bad. Purely, I just estimated the radius wrong. That
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anna
Alright,
backed out of this as well.
Yeah. Like
let's turn out well.
you should. Wait, can you pause?
And
Yeah, I just want to see where Anna
Like when tracking ults, saving cooldowns for that is super important. Like a hook can or a sleep can shut it down and like a blade, for
or
example.
even a
or even-
mine, even.
Yeah. So like saving your hook for a couple extra instead of just throwing it away can be super important just to stay alive. You probably don't need to trans here, since I think are they 2 or 3 down?
Terrible.
They're 3 down.
Okay, they're 3 down. Even if he kills this Ana here, you should probably kill him. You could probably kill him right after and. Wait, Junk dies.
Young dies after.
Oh, okay. Well then that's not a bad trans actually. If the Junk dies. Okay, just keep playing.
You hook Genji. Wait, I just need to.
Wait.
Where do you remember where you were standing, Junk?
Think
That well into the content so far.
from this point of view, right side in the building.
So inside,
Yes.
by Mini. On the right side.
And
in
terrible,
Yes,
terrible
somewhere there.
timing.
left side now,
Yeah.
behind now. Yeah.
There. Red Knight's throwing out that there isn't a nano boost on him.
Yeah, Sombra
He
kills
didn't do
you
it when
right
the
after
MP was
trans.
on, so that the
Cancel.
whatever you
And
call it,
he knew,
the
he knew
transcendent.
they had a trance to open it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
The Zen was
he
EMP. He knew full
gets
well
her
what he was
trans
going into.
with the blade,
And
which opens
yes, he
us up
managed to
for
get a pick.
grab.
not really the full effectiveness that we saw
Nano,
in the
Raver,
previous round
maybe.
of CB.
They have
Yeah,
Very
this,
difficult not to
4
call them
ults
AP
coming
anymore,
up,
but
and
yeah, I was gonna say what.
2 of them being very, like, both of those can win a fight by themselves.
Yep.
Even Nano or Beat can, especially Nano, can win a fight by.
And if Shatter too, no.
Yeah. So
Say, what is
I actually don't know how
you
he'll end up.
told.
Okay, for speed with Tire, that's great.
Yeah, Ryan's sleeping.
so AP,
He got beat, so he didn't die.
APB has rebranded in short and are now called Cake Fan. So that would explain the new team name, logo, and acronym.
Ah, I thought this was Kimberly.
A solo grab on
How-
Nano,
They
How
grabbed Nano.
Nano Genji, and we
how did I not win this?
I have no idea. That's
They lost both healers.
yeah.
Ah, okay.
First
Okay.
the
Yeah.
Lucio, then the Genji, then the Ana.
Yeah,
Uh-huh,
you were in
yeah.
the back line killing stuff.
a solo grab onto the
But
Nano Genji.
They
And
still
we
should have like whole hog saves Anna.
Junkrat spamming in the back. They managed to take out the Ryan, so it's just Sigma on cards.
Yeah.
Like using Holog like that is fine.
Yeah, that's a good
With
use
only
of
10
hog.
seconds left, they're gonna have to get in there. Six is
Like
gonna be a
disrupting
touch,
attack. Like
but
that's a
don't be
wait.
spamming around.
Can I get control? Like you did, like you just did, using the whole hog to like negate the nano on the right, making sure that he can't do anything. That's like super valuable for you. Since the nano boost is their win condition, while your whole hog is like meh. I can use it whenever I want. It won't like impact as much.
That's a good trade.
Yeah, that's a really good trade.
And they still haven't used
Around
Shatter.
to try and get him. Is he gonna manage to get on? He has.
And
Thrown
now
out
they use
the
EMP.
Red Knight's
Yeah,
come in. Is he gonna
EMP.
manage to get a blade off?
Why?
All of the
No, he's
Why
not.
isn't the Ryan using Shatter?
So far,
Why he
All-
hasn't used Shatter on
Nothing yet.
the entire round?
Yeah, Zulu has come back
Hold
on
on.
that Hammond.
Did you
but
remember
he's
that
not
scream
doing
where
anything.
Sombra solely
Now
impeded me like
Rissa-
6 times?
Not ideal target,
Which
but okay,
one?
we've got Liliana in there.
they need a big shatter here, and
They tried to shatter.
they fall
Yeah.
flat. I don't think they're going to touch again.
Ouch.
Yeah. I suppose. Good map. It's hard to like when you're, because you kind of stomped them, to be honest,
Yeah.
and they were kind of bad. So it's hard to like find like
Really
when,
big
when
mistakes.
they are not punishing mistakes. It's hard to like see them.
Yeah, exactly. You get away with like
Yeah.
too much to even see if what you did was like wrong or not.
But yeah, ult
Yeah, but
usage and
this is what
combos.
you guys afford to call out the mistakes that they should have punished that we didn't see because we didn't die.
But yeah, to summarize the map, I would say alt usage. That's like
Yeah.
that's what you need to focus on the most, and like swapping.
Yeah, and comboing with you often want to combo with Grav Barrage.
Yeah, or Grave Dragon is
yeah,
even better
you-
often.
You never comboed with Dragon, and that might be a communication issue, or you just I don't know what was the problem or what the cause of not using Grav Dragon was, but using Grav with another ult, it depends on what ult they have. So you want a barrage in Grav when they have trance, because it bursts, and you want to use Dragon when they don't have trance, because Dragon is a barrage is a better ult than Dragon.
Yep.
So yeah, ult usage and comboing ults. You did it well on defense with Nanoblade, and
Yeah,
you did it
Tyra-
with Barrage.
Yeah.
Grab as well.
Are we gonna do one map or are we gonna?
Do you want to do Nepal? We can.
Yeah, I think
we
Nepal
can do
would be-
one round Nepal at least. I don't know how much. Why can't I?
difficult. And
I think Nepal was the last
And
round.
that was the other
Yeah.
thing too.
I'm trying to. There we go.
What was Aki doing? Still all
Is this the first round? Do you remember?
Yes.
not 100% believe that. As
That's
we
0-0,
also have
so
Tor.
should be.
But yeah, you know, Tor's been buffed. He now does 160 damage instead of 130 damage per second with his molten core.
Wait, nope, they've reselected Symmetra. Junk Soup is doing the happy dance in Hero Select.
Yep. Okay, and there was no messing
Is this the no?
Nope.
around for Cake Band there. They were straight to their
Yeah,
comp.
they're playing.
They are probably fuming after these last two maps. And they're going to want to be coming out swinging and proving themselves.
We see a McCree with the anticipated Pharah, and then we see 100% Boop comp. We have Eliliana on the Orisa, we have Zulu on the Hog, even a Cthulhu, sorry.
Far on this map can work, but it's still a very enclosed map, and within the fall of damage of McCree, so
Yeah, it's a meh pick. It's
Yeah.
like it's fine, but it's
it
not
can
optimal.
work, but there is better picks.
Yeah, sure. It was just like the rounds before, Pharmacy just they couldn't answer it. They played
Yeah.
Widow.
Yeah.
On the frickin'
I just thought like, why
Stars
should we
does
switch?
to
Because
the
they
Pharah.
Yeah.
There is
Otherwise,
Yeah, well, I just say like play the way you play for here is just play passive, play angles.
go for
Yeah.
boops.
Yeah, basically just try to fire in rockets, pressure tanks and stuff. But you can't go like super aggressive because
Yeah.
you're in McCree's fall off.
And
in its
even
perfect
junk that
range.
might hit you. with
Yeah,
some grenade.
exactly.
Same problem. Sen in this comp
Yeah, yeah.
works a bit better because you have Hog with solo heal.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Orisa still needs a lot of resources.
She can still have
Yeah, but
45.
like if they're also playing Orisa Hog, but if they played another
Oh,
comp, a bit more brawly comp, Orisa's gonna
Yeah.
need resources to
Yeah.
still to maintain ground.
Yeah, and there's like a bit when you're in this comp, there's like a bit of a. I understand that you're trying to like play what you're good at, but there's a bit of a disconnect here. Like I would say these four are a bit more like, if you look at the comp as an entire, these are like dive heroes basically.
Mhm.
While these are like immobile tanks.
Yeah, the way you want to play Orisa Hog is basically claim ground and maintain ground.
Yeah. Basically, you just look for like one-shot combos, poked over, like spammed over team
Something
down.
like Junk with Soldier would be better DPS.
Yeah, Junk
Junk would
McCree,
be
Junk
good,
Widow.
Widow, McCree, Hanzo.
Yeah, like a bit more spammy DPS, because like the tanks, or you can even say like maybe these won't like fill a really good role here. So swapping them out.
Wouldn't a Ana be better than a Sen in this comp? Because then you have Nano Blade as well. Because you don't really
Yeah.
have a good win con with this comp.
Yeah. Like win conditions are also super important. Win conditions mean that means that like what you need to execute to win. Basically,
Example,
like
Nano Blade. Or
Yeah, example,
Grav
yeah.
Barrage.
like your win condition right now is it's kind of messy in
It's
some ways.
basically getting boops.
Yeah, and that's like not a really optimal win
Or a
condition.
hook.
Like the half the comp has the win condition of wanting to spam the other team down, basically.
Mhm.
With kinda these three want to dive, I guess. I don't know. It's like what you really need to have a clear plan with the comp, what you want to do with it. Like Ghost Comp, for example, wants to get claim of point, and like wants to fight on point, because they like small areas where tanks are really strong.
want to take your foot off the throat at this point. You just want to finish them off.
I want to see how you play this, though.
You've got them swaying. You've got it, hot words popping up at the top saying fatality, or finish them even.
right now, like we said in the like first minute, with comps, just for now, play what you're good at, learn alt usage, and so like more important stuff like that. Then you can, because you can play good comps all you want. If you don't know how to play them, or if you're like really bad at the heroes in the comps, you will just will be making it harder for yourself, to be honest.
Fatality. And Lily
That's like you know when dive was meta. If sometimes in solo queue people like, oh, let's go dive, then they don't know how to run dive. They just think, oh, the pros play it, it must be OP.
Yep.
But it's OP if you play it correctly.
has gone straight to the point and has gone away from her team, which I don't know that it's a great.
When you drop here, you should be dead.
You should get hooked by Hog.
Yeah, you should probably be dead actually. Wait, did he hook Genji? I don't know. You should probably still be dead because you drop in the middle of their team. You can still go a lot more aggressive since your like main like threat is dead.
Zulu managed to take down Drunk Soup in the meantime, but False has managed to take down Sigma,
Great.
which means he's going to be uncontested other than Liliana and Zulu. And unless Zulu gets lucky with a hook, I don't see it.
Nice flank.
As he pops back.
Yeah, but they get the point already.
Yeah. I just want to say something. I just realized since Genji died, here's a like really good example of the disconnect in the comp. The rest of the team is spamming down. Forest looking to land rockets in for a shield, but the Genji tries a solo dive, gets punished. That's why he dies.
Because they stay under the radar
Where's McCree?
and managed to come
He's
back
dead.
out. But
He's been spawning, coming from behind and kills me.
there we go.
Lucky.
Big double coming out from
That was
He's managed to take
what I
down the
was
Mercy
looking
and
for.
the,
Yeah.
Because you played
bar at the
very
bottom
far
of the
down
back
to
line.
the
The
ground,
rest of the
which
team-
Yeah, you're playing where he wants you to play. Basically,
yeah,
you're
which means he can probably
And,
get a flash
you know,
off.
that extra damage
And
coming
Yeah.
out from Zulu
Yes.
is much
If you
needed
don't have
because
shift,
he
you're
is
most
almost
likely
got an
dead with
ultimate.
flash, even without flash.
And he... No, he doesn't. He's on main game. Simple. I know. Anyway, now has an ultimate.
Now Zulu's
So-
popping off hardcore with pulling those skill shots out and really making sure that he secures the kills, even with a retreat. Making Mercy
Reddit,
use
Lucia.
that res is such a nice thing to do.
good that you punish him since you see he's absolutely feeding.
He's feeding his brains out. What the fuck?
Wait, why are there two Cthulhu? I'm so confused.
You aren't the only one. The
I am
casters
the
were
real one.
very
Yeah,
confused.
the caster got
about it.
confused
He's
as
the
well.
imposter.
Wait, dude, there's two players.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
Cthulhu. That's so confusing, dude. I can't. I forget which team is
It's
which.
also-
Like,
It's also very confusing when the caster talk.
Yeah. I know. I heard.
I've just gotta say that's a bad barrage. Like you're standing, they're all looking at you right now. You
There
have no protection.
Where,
You have mercy
isn't-
pocket, but that won't be enough. They have
isn't-
hook.
Excuse me, sorry. Isn't this far?
Yeah, this is far. She gets hooked.
Oh, okay. I didn't
She gets hooked.
see.
She gets hooked at a barrage.
Yep.
Maybe can I get? Why can't I get control? Pepe hands.
I'm not doing anything.
Well, let me just try. Can you play again and see if press play?
Still all the way up there.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh, ugh. Yikes. Maybe a better barrage would have been like maybe coming from behind, flanking, but it's gonna against like a hog and Anna. And McCree and Junk, you're basically never gonna get a good barrage off, especially like in these sorts of maps that are pretty close and they're in their comfort zone and range basically.
Zulu, that
Okay. Yeah, that's a good blade.
is important.
I don't mind that.
And he gets an
Yeah, because we got the McCree, the flash
Yeah.
out, and hook was already used.
You end up winning.
I would
Somehow.
not worry that much about like a McCree's flashbang when blading. Like you can deflect it. It's and he isn't like even your main target. Like that's the Lucio was dead and
Anna died.
they had and they didn't have beat, so That's a good blade.
Having a duel in the back. He does manage to win it with a
clean
reflection.
up.
And now Liliana and Zulu.
So, can you pause for a second? So now we were like, some people standing on point, then we a shot call that we push after the point take.
Yes.
Just general question, like sometimes I see people pushing forward, sometimes they keep points, sometimes is it map dependent, is it comp dependent? Same with, like, for example, King's Row attack. After you get the point, just one person stays on payload, rest people pushing, but I don't see this always. So
Okay, this is very map and comp dependent. If I want to explain like a bit more simple, like with your comp here.
Don't take the long version.
Yeah, I won't. I'm gonna take the short version. Your comp, you have Orisa Hog. You want to spam from far away. You don't want to push up. You want to take a position that is most optimal for you in the beginning, where you can spam the easiest and still be safe.
It's fine for Genji to push up and poke a bit, but
yeah,
you shouldn't push up too far.
Yeah, but this is like still another example of the disconnecting comp here.
Yeah.
The reason why I see it on, for example, King's Row attack is because the defender spawns are so far away that if you get a stagger after capping first, you basically snowball into basically capping second as well.
So pushing King's Row second is because you want to push staggers, because often people get split spawn, and because of split spawn, they can't get back to their team.
Yeah, regroup and actually push proper team fights. So that's why you do it on certain maps.
So it's map dependent and comp dependent.
Yeah, exactly. But like some teams after some team comps after a fight want to take, for example, map control and positions like this comp, for example. But if you were running like a Ghost or a Ryan Zori or something, you would want to fight really close up because you win those fights.
Yeah. So here you want to push. You want to set up backside of point.
Yeah, backside behind point, like so you're still safe.
Yeah, we didn't. We pushed.
Okay, that's a wrong decision in my opinion.
Yeah.
But if you do, you should.
And Aki did go down.
You should have seen them going left.
Yeah, you should have someone should have seen that they were pushing around.
Yeah,
you call that.
We're calling it now, and then we.
Okay.
Rotate.
Then, yeah, great. Because scouting is super important.
I would have wanted a earlier rotate.
Yeah, rotation, and this
bit
like
quicker.
Fighting close up against the McCree and Junk, that's really risky. Especially, you don't want a Farah standing like really enclosed. You want her like fighting in the big open sidelines. So yeah, I wouldn't even have been in here for the first place.
Completely escaped that horrible stagger on the right hand side. As now this comes out, boom! Does only take down the supercharger, but
another example of you using your rolls wrong. You just blew, I think it's 4 ults, right?
1,
yeah.
2, 3. Yeah.
And you blew Mercy Valak and Trans at the same point.
Yeah, that's the second time. So that's a communication issue.
Yeah, that's.
Take it. And they did have to use sound.
Once again, you don't want to be here. That's why your Mercy, your 4 dies, because she's getting to have to play like where it's enclosed and McCree's in range for flash. Yeah. You want her being like up in the sky playing angles, making sure that she can he can barely see him, and you're like in his fall of range. So even if he hits you like 2 times, he only does like 50 damage.
They had to use the
Transcendence.
But Liliana goes down straight away as Cthulhu gets hooked in and not finished off.
Yeah,
there.
she got rest off.
No,
F.
Like
unlucky. They push up. They did. Yeah.
Sigma takes down Drunk there. There's a bit of right click from that play. And Aki almost managed to avoid the other Cthulhu. As then the false boots Zulu off the edge.
Yeah, yes.
Sigma then takes This is really good coming out from
here just stole
they're
points.
Just managing to take these picks.
The McCree is actually pretty good.
Managing to get more value.
Yeah, like 3 of the other people had subs as well, and they were all higher than us. But
all right,
Just
And
3
just
people
before
were from
they
the
managed
initial
to
team.
surpass their previous
The other Cthulhu, the
not
Lucio here,
charge,
and the
control
McCree and the Rodok
percentage.
were higher
But
players,
here we
not
go.
part of
Alright.
the team.
They've got the blade, they've
Huh,
got the
or-
hog.
The Lucius kind of feeding, but
Yeah, I read it, Lucio.
The problem is that they are walking into almost 5 volts.
yeah, this is
And
another
a
point
lot of
where
these
like
ults go well
just
together.
a good example of 4 isn't the best on this map.
Yeah.
You know, if they're gonna nano boost and damage boost the whole hog, no one's gonna be able to touch this point.
Fine.
As Sound Barrier comes out to negate that Dragon Blade, nothing's gonna be able to do anything about
But
it.
now that's
But
too.
That's actually a pretty good combo. Like making
Yeah.
you make the like both tanks focus the blade, which makes
And they put so many resources into stopping that blade.
yes.
Beat
Like
and
5
hold.
ults.
Yeah, they
And-
probably could, yeah. Wait, they blow 5 ults on the blade. They could have just stopped that blade with 1
Beat.
ult. Yeah,
Beat would have been enough.
coming out, getting 2 instantly. That was super
Both tanks
important because
down.
the whole hog had just
Yeah,
come out.
you
The
win this.
tire got absolutely
you win this.
nothing.
That's a
And
nice
Red
combo,
Knight
but
is
you
60.
win this fight because the other team is bad. To be honest.
They had the same problem
And
as
they've
you.
just turned themselves off the edge
Use
by the
too
looks of
many
it,
ults.
as Cthulhu gets booped off and Smurf throws him.
Yeah. Doomfist, same problem with Genji in my opinion.
Maybe he just picked it to get to point quicker.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but as I said, like Drunk Soup isn't part of the team. He just, like,
Exactly. Yeah, but that's why you have like a proper shot caller who like decides comps and
Yeah.
swaps.
I would say Doomfist is worse than Genji, because
Yeah, it's much worse. It's much worse because he
especially
Flash
with the nerfs.
these 3 these 4 I should say just destroy Doomfist,
Yeah,
and especially since he's solo diving.
yeah. McCree, Flash, Hog Hook, Sleep, Lucio can disrupt him.
Trap and
John
mine.
can disrupt. Like
Left
they're
click.
playing a very CC heavy comp.
Yep.
Yeah.
And CC just destroys Doomfist, especially after nerfs.
Yep.
Are you playing?
This is just the same fight as before basically.
we don't see anything. It's
Oh wait, what?
still freeze framed.
Oh yeah, I paused. Do you guys see anything? Wait, what?
So
And
they
now
now
it's playing.
have to try and take this.
Yeah, I
with
took
no
control.
ults.
Alright.
That was massively clutch.
Are
from
you?
Yeah, having all those ults
Ahead.
come out despite getting to that 99%.
Wait, what?
We're on
We're
one.
at 75%.
Yeah, we're.
Yeah, we're on 75. What I meant was, can you pause? Can I? Wait. Okay, can you pay again, my bad.
Back to the point contest, and they're definitely gonna need stiff resistance the whole way.
Yeah.
I can't
You're
even get
pushing-
control, hold on.
And
What?
with
What?
them
You're
having
pushing
to
up
split
again.
into This, it's going to be one fight.
Okay, I can't even get control. I don't know why.
90%
just
and
tell me.
Smurf goes down straight away. That is not how you want to start it off.
Okay, can you pause? What I want to say was, this is like what I meant. Well, why this is the same fight as before. Is that you both teams take this like approach exactly the same. Like they go round, you stand over here. And we've gone over that. You just like
Yeah.
You somehow managed to get 2 kills
Especially not with
anyways.
Sigma going down straight away as well.
But if you play like Ryan's Aria, we could push.
yeah, you should push because you want
But
those.
you shouldn't play Ryan Story on
Yeah,
second
sure.
or
Yeah, no, exactly. We should. No.
Zulu's doing what he can
Yeah,
on
you-
point there.
Yeah, you have a right
As well.
comp. Maybe you should just swap
Zulu's
to
can't
like
get any
Genji
boost.
slash
Zulu
Doom
gets
and
booped all the way up to the high ground there.
just play it
Expects to come back.
differently, basically.
So with this comp, you wanna play here, right?
Yeah.
Back here.
Yes.
And then Hanzo Junkrat something.
Yeah, a very spammy comp. Look for Halt Hooks combos.
Which means that Harissa halt above the other Harissa shield, which lifts up a tank. If you get a countdown like 3, 2, 1, Hog like hooks exactly right after the halt goes off. You hook above the shield. You pull someone into your team, preferably a tank or something. You kill them and just look for this like basically one-shot combos.
Yeah, if you
The real-
if you get a tank, it's a one fight.
Basically, yeah.
Most of the time.
Back on that emergency Doomfist to join in with the last part of the fight. Smurf is on the Moira now to try and get a bit more sustain on there and get back faster, but instantly deleted along with Sigma. Ellie just getting back in time, but it's amazing how fast that a tank's health pool can disappear when there's 6 people shooting at
Yeah, and the next map, I think they start to play goats.
They played goats on Iconwald as well.
Yeah.
Iconwald, what?
Yeah, they played goats on Iconwald attack.
Third or first, second, and third?
First. They didn't win, so first. They tried first.
Okay, alright.
Massive props to Cake Fan coming out there. That's the kind of fight you wanted to see.
And now they're switching to
Ryan Diva, excuse me.
Oh, yeah, no, it's the goats.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. Okay, pause.
Yes,
What the fuck,
some
dude?
Great signs of life coming out from.
Are you guys planning to run this Orisa hog thing again on this one?
No.
Where what?
And then we're switching last second, but not the Orisa. I think it's switched a bit later.
It's just not.
Okay, well, pause.
Yeah, that's
That's just not good. This is honestly just a mess of a comp.
I don't get it. Thank you.
Sadly, as we said, like, play what you're good at, but try to make it like a bit synergized at least, because there's just such a big disconnect. Zarya has like no one to get like short from, maybe except Doomfist. But
Are
he's
you
just gonna
swapping
get...
Risa for Ryan? Like, yeah. That's
Yeah,
just-
but it's still gonna be bad because you're gonna get destroyed in the front line by the
Yeah, they
boats.
don't know there's a fire coming out yet, but they now do. And then now.
Yeah.
Like-
So, you have an Ana now, so I would swap Doom for a Genji instead,
Yes, and I would play
and Ryan.
yeah,
But-
exactly, and Ryan.
But now you know they're playing goats, and the only way to counter goats is basically goats.
Yes.
Unless
It's
they really
the easiest way, actually.
They're
Like,
going to be regretting all of their life choices.
Unless they can't play goats.
Pharmacy is okay, but you have to be so effing good at Fora. It's actually insane. You have to like basically hit 2 directs in a row, and that's super hard.
And their
you have to hit-
diva has to be trash.
Yeah, and you have to hit it on like a Moira or a Lucio to maybe have a better chance of winning.
Again, the goats coming into it, and again, the diva, great usage for the goats.
Yeah. Okay. You're playing Ryan now. That's good. You're still gonna get your front line's gonna get destroyed since you only have 1 healing resources into goats.
Yeah. The only reason the only way I see you win this is if their team just like fucks this up really really bad.
I think it's just by me getting ult very quick now.
Yeah. You're
And I
all
don't
about
Yeah, Barrage. Okay, pause.
Yeah, and we've got to remember there's.
A good goats team would just press W and just kill your front line.
Yeah.
Yep.
Instead of the diva used boosters to get to you, so instead of using boosters to get to you, they would have used resources on your front line.
Yeah, and just goats. You can't contest flankers. You have to play as a group. You have to like win the front line battle. You're way too like. If you play spread, you're just tanks. You're not goats. You're just tanks and healers. You have nothing to contest for us. They just have to press W, kill you fast. So, like I said, if you win this, you do it because the other team is bad.
Yeah, they just need to focus on your front line.
Yep.
And if they do, you lose because it's gonna leave Mercy alone with. Where's it?
Yes.
Like
The Mercy is not with me anymore.
Oh yeah,
Alright,
Mercy playing there. It's gonna leave the Pharah alone.
Yeah.
And
They should still not focus on the Pharah.
The person that's playing the diva is a main tank.
oh, you get ult really quick.
He has some
Diva
time
should
there
do.
and he's all right,
Oh,
but it's
she
not
eats
used
it.
for
That's
first
good.
And
But-
Thor's getting a really early barrage coming out there, completely unpunished as it comes out alive
Yeah.
from that.
You kill Zarya. Zarya is probably the biggest DPS threat in a Goats comp with Ryan.
Yeah, you like killing Brig or Brig Ryan.
Or Zarya.
Yeah, or
Ryan's a bigger
Ryan or Diva are like Ryan and Brig. I mean, are like the two people you want to kill in goats.
It's
first.
the core, but Soria is the most damage when
Yeah,
she gets
but
charged.
yeah, but like if you kill Brig or Ryan early, goats just falls apart.
I think. Did you get? You got Soria and did you demake Diva as well?
Yes, I think so.
That's a good barrage.
They need to switch this comp now.
Wait,
I
did
would
they
swap
just
Doom. Like,
did you just say to swap goats? The
I
casters?
I have no idea.
I think they just said they would need to swap this comp now, and that's just wrong. Okay.
I would swap Doom.
Yeah.
Like,
I would also.
Doom is not even a good. He wasn't good versus goats when he was good, and he's trash now.
Yeah, like.
So
if you want to run pharmacy, sure, but okay. There are two ways you can play this if you don't want to run goats yourself into goats. You can. Can I take control now for once? Can you play again? Because I can't.
no, it doesn't work.
Okay, I can't get control for some reason.
But just tell me, I'll draw.
All right. I would swap the. I would swap like Ryan, Zarya, Doom, and probably Anna. Because there's no way you're gonna win a frontline battle, and that's what you try to do with Ryan, Zarya. That's your like objective. So I would probably go over to maybe a Monkey Diva or Hammond Diva, and maybe a Lucio instead of Anna, and maybe Doom, maybe a Sombra, I guess, or like a Widow. Like, because you're not gonna win a frontline battle, so you have to try to play really spread, try to kill them basically before they get point, because you're gonna get destroyed on frontline. That's just if they play this correctly.
You wanna get a hack off if you play Sombra. You wanna get a hack off on Ryan and let your farmers deal damage, because Monkey Diva's not gonna do enough damage versus goats.
Yeah. But like Widow and or Hans or would probably be better generally. So I would swap those four characters.
Whenever we play King's Row defense, King's Row is a very goats favored map. First attack.
Yeah.
So
I kind of first, yeah.
Yeah, we play a lot of goats on.
Yeah.
First. So, but on defense we play Treehouse, which is Orisa Diva, Widow Junk, Sen Anna.
Yeah.
And what you want to do is basically give them point, let Diva contest with the double pocket, and let Junk and Widow find picks. And then
but like, if basically with that comp, if they manage to stay alive on point for like longer than 10 to 20 seconds, you just lose.
Yeah.
Like, because if Ghost gets like healthy control of point, you just lose, kinda.
Yeah.
That's just how it works.
So you wanna let your DPS find kills on key targets like Lucy or Moira.
Yeah. You're basically praying to God that your DPS carries.
Yeah. And you have to do everything to enable your DPS.
Yeah.
By creating space and like stretching out the goats comp, like make the tanks chase
like
someone. Give
trying to take aggro but not dying.
Exactly. And give your DPS
like the best opportunity to pop off
to kill key targets.
Yeah, but honestly, like the reason why I'm gonna say this like completely honestly. The reason why like 90% of teams don't do this is because just going goats with goats is probably better and
it's easier to counter goats with goats.
Because you can't rely on that your Phora hits double directs like 90% of the time. Because if you faced a better team right now, you would just have lost that point. Because if they got control point, they should have just pushed your front line. They would have died. You would have lost. Because even if you built ultra fast, you basically gave their Moira Cole, as well as Lucio Beat and basically Brig all the support ults, because you fed a lot of support ult charge by shooting the tanks.
And just look They have 4 ults. You won the fight, but you have one coming up.
Yeah,
soon.
exactly.
Shatter.
Exactly. Adam, you're gonna be coaching this team like more in the future, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys want, we could go like more into depth into goats if you want to.
Yeah, I think this is the next thing we're gonna play or practice. Next week.
Competitions on different maps.
To be honest, you can literally like one trick goats if you want to.
Yeah.
On 95% of the map.
Okay, well, then maybe tell us on what maps or attack defense, what points you wouldn't recommend goats.
Can you pause so I can talk about this?
Gibraltar.
Gibraltar, Numbani, basically the entire map for except third. Like Route 66 is harder, but it works for attack.
Third point goats works.
Yeah, like first point Route 66 is like meh, but it's not bad. Like
I would recommend dive instead.
Yeah, Numbani and Gibraltar are like the 2 main ones where you should play goats. But like learning on specific maps, you have to play it one certain way, or you just lose. Let's take Horizon Lunar Colony, for example, attack. First, a lot of teams like to run like the spam comp for risk and stuff.
Yeah.
If you play it wrong, you will probably lose. But if you try to speed left, for example, bottom left, try to take control on point and final point. If you get to point, you just win. Like, look, if you guys are like at all interested in like pro scene and stuff, taking a look at a VOD here and there, like from, for example, European contenders, it's just goats.
Yeah.
And you can see how like goats is supposed to be played.
Yeah. Okay.
We can go more in depth next time.
Yeah, I think we're trying to play some more goats, get some recordings of it.
Yeah, sure. Great.
Yeah. Or as jokes when goats but gets made into a joke.
Was that a shatter? Yeah. You got shatter. Somehow, you got shatter before there, Ryan.
Yeah, that's because they didn't push your front line.
Ryan didn't hold shield. Yeah.
Yep.
You slammed the Brig and sorry.
Pause. I think you blew way too many ults, to be honest. You Ryan built shatter again, which is insane. That's insane, but
you used 5 ults, that's fine. But you got shatter back again, so 4.
Yeah, like I would probably. It would have probably been enough if you just shattered and maybe used meteor strike on top, or shatter nano should have been enough to just win.
Meteor strike is also one of those ults that you can just use whenever you want. Like when you're about to die, just press Q.
Or is it really in this comp because we have a Soria and we had Grav?
But Barrage.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, then just like use it to get out alive or just get an extra kill.
Oh, okay.
When I will see this fight again, I didn't really pay attention. Okay, so
or as jokes when
we use shatter.
Goats but get.
We use shatter and nano first.
Yeah, that should be enough probably.
Briggs slammed. Someone else slammed. I think it's Soria.
Isn't that Ryan?
Yeah, Ryan. Ryan and Briggs slammed. Brig dies.
Joke.
Soria dies. It was Soria, not Briggs. My bad. Soria dies.
Ryan is nano.
Valk. To stay alive versus Cole. I mean, yeah.
Coalescence is coming out now.
That grab, I just say for 100% sure that grab isn't needed.
Yep.
No, not with nano and damage boost. You're
exactly.
I know. I realized after that.
Yeah, sure. Nice.
It's not gonna be good times.
I was just like, oh, I see a lot of people in one place.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, like it happens.
Do you want to talk about staggers?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we tried to keep her alive. Like it was called out.
you know.
Okay.
It was called, but it
Okay.
didn't work.
Great.
So you know.
Even
Good.
now, the old economy. This is how
The
it
mini
happens.
diva is basically the only character who can stagger.
Anakin's gonna
Yep.
have Shatter coming online. Eliliana's gonna have a Shatter to match. Zulu gonna have Bomb, but
Smurf with some
Good
great
position,
seconds
top
there,
left.
getting away. From
Do we want to talk about scouting, or is it?
No, I guess not.
We'll save it for another day.
Yeah, I always save it for like.
It's a bit.
people keep saying that
Overcourse.
Doomfist is.
It isn't that important.
You're
just
Well,
like
you're doing it pretty good already. Doomfist
Yeah,
checking left side.
you can't see it here, but I was boosted up as Farah and saw that they will push.
Oh,
forward
okay,
and
great.
called it out now, so we now rotate to the right.
All right, great. Then it's just knowing like after scouting how you're supposed to rotate. So I guess that's more.
Doomfist doing
more
it.
important.
Doomfist already doing it, checking left side. You did it. You boosted up right side.
Yeah.
We'll talk
great.
more about it some
I
other
don't
time,
think he
but
is.
evidence has suggested the
Your win condition is Shatter and
Barrage.
Barrage here.
The
It
last
would have
thing
been
you
Grav
want is
Barrage,
Angry
but-
African in your back line, but not quite as much
Oh,
as you
nice.
don't want
We
a
just use
barrage
Barrage
Nice.
in your back
Ah.
line.
that,
Great, that's even better.
That's a good use of it.
Oh,
Barrage
you shut it afterwards, but it wasn't.
Like, yeah,
you
that
might not
Barrage,
even had
Yeah,
shatter.
the Barrage you kind of get off just because the Diva's bad, the entire enemy team is bad. It's just
Last thing you want is an Angry African in your back line.
Yeah, you demake Diva like instantly.
And it also worked out with the bubble.
Yeah.
I got a bubble from.
yeah, true.
Shatter would probably not have been needed, but it's in the heat of the battle. You just press Q because
Yeah.
he doesn't get anyone with Shatter here.
You don't want
He get Brig.
Diva's alive. You should go call the Stagger here.
So actually, Barrage would have probably been enough to win that fight.
don't want a barrage and Farah in your back line. And
Oh yeah, Stagger Diva there. Yes, small things.
and Zulu just stood still, accepting his death.
Yeah, they were like, keep her alive, and I already shot, so I was like,
Are
oh,
you
Unlucky.
counting
unlucky dude.
Cake fans' ultimates? And if they are,
You have no ults for next fight, so you should probably lose this because they have Shatter and Beat and Bomb and soon Grav.
that was brilliant. Faz making sure that you open up on Zulu as the fight goes in means that Diva Bomb is once again not going to come out for that fight.
Yeah, they're really making this try and work, and Cake Fan are just so stubborn in this push. They do have a couple ults. The ults that they have
Oh, dude, they don't know how to combo either.
are on the characters that repeat.
Nope.
But Zulu does manage to take down Skrius, which is super important as Sigma also takes down Anakin.
That
yeah,
bomb
Jesus
was
Christ.
nasty. I
Yes, get out there,
so
we're
wait.
dying.
Taking out Ratchet.
Yeah,
huge. And this
That's
is
what
their
got
push
me.
if there ever was.
Can you
one.
pause?
They have now converted the payload.
You're probably gonna lose that fight anyway, but that rest was bad. They were pushing onto you onto point. It's goats. They're gonna kill you. In a minute. Staying alive yourself is probably more important than risking dying and getting a rest off to 4. Even if you get the rest off, you're probably gonna die yourself. And I think even when you die, you get a 30-second rest cooldown, right?
Yes.
So if someone gets picked early here, it would have been great to have rest, so you can still fight without getting staggered for really long. Let's just keep going, I guess.
Doomfist gets staggered.
Yeah.
The payload
He had an opportunity to get out,
was
but
huge.
decides
And
to
this is
punch
their
into
push if
line.
there ever was one.
Yep.
They
He might
now
have wanted to contest point, but you're already at 99%, so it's not worth.
Yeah, that's just an error by him, but
converted the payload, the point, and Drunk Soup isn't allowed to be kept, let out of there alive. And now we're gonna start seeing.
Okay, your win condition for next fight is Grav Barrage. So
Yep.
try to farm Grav.
Yep. Was fine as well.
probably call a dry push here though.
Yeah.
They only have 10%. You're at 99.
Do you know what dry push is?
I think yes. To just
It's
push without
basically-
using ults and hope.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You push without using ults, try to bait out ults. For you farm yours while baiting out
Yeah.
theirs.
But I didn't communicate that. But like, yeah.
I would call. You don't quite have it yet, but if you can manage to farm like 6 ults here, no problem. And if you can get them to use like grab or shatter or both
Or
even.
rally.
They're
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely gonna use rally.
They did that with only
Like
one
if
ult used,
you get them to use like 2 ults, you should be happy.
And beat would be ideal as well.
Yeah.
You're definitely gonna want to take the fight to that
That's just
every
like
single
a good team would probably just be disciplined and like try to wipe with only
I
grab.
have a feeling
Yeah.
based on how defensively they're setting up, that is exactly what's going to happen. And given
They're gonna pop rally early,
I think we all know what's
if
going
I'm
to happen next.
correct.
They should destroy your run here.
And there we go. Only get Sigma.
Okay, you got
which
beat,
is
but you
good.
used
Barrage.
barrage.
Rally and beat and shatter used. Yeah, you can
Barrier
still
comes
combo
out,
with the Doomfist, but
and
Barrage
big
is better.
slam comes out from Liliana.
Um,
Takes down the streak again.
Yeah, but I think I get holds in
Cthulhu goes
time.
down and drops it, gets no one with that.
Grab.
sneak
Oh, wouldn't
strike.
surprise me.
Probably considering
You're sorry, I only got like 10% on grab.
Yeah.
I guess she got shattered.
switch off of it now. Smurf takes down the Mercy. And
Yeah, there was like, I wouldn't have barrage and used.
Yeah, but if you didn't barrage, it would have been a great dry push.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah,
got 3
exactly.
ults. You just one,
Yeah, well,
so
maybe. Okay, let's think about. No, wait. It would have been better because you using barrage made that you couldn't use the grab barrage combo, which burst through beat.
Mhm.
So even if you get beat, it would be better to save it.
Mhm.
You would still have gotten rally and shatter out of it.
Mm.
Yeah, I would have saved that.
We use
But like
Meteor Strike
as I
well.
said, like grab is not ready yet, but I will get the ult until the grab is ready. So we'll have
Okay,
barrage in the next fight.
okay. That's risky, but
For
yeah.
some reason, we used Meteor Strike as well. Wouldn't have used
Just
it.
keep going.
still,
I
nothing
understand
being
what
done
you
about
mean,
the
but
Mara there.
that's risky.
Finally
So I would
taken
probably
down
just
the
went
tail end
with
of
the
that
safe
fight.
option
Yeah,
and
sure.
Really,
dry push.
really good stagger. Then that's going to get them an extra.
Sure, and like I know what a dry push is, but it wasn't
Yeah.
what called communicated.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That fight
Communicating that is super important as well.
mad props to
We're coming up with a lot of ults here. Both CC ults, Nano Boost, Barrage is close as well. They only have Grav and Cole.
Their only hope of winning here is that they grab you before you
Yeah,
grab them,
or
basically.
if Diva eats Grav.
Yeah, which this diva is bad, so
Yeah,
she probably not.
making sure they're stuck together and did
Okay,
the
if you
best.
pause.
However, now we're gonna
I would just pop grab the nano right into it.
Yeah.
Or would you? Or wait. Okay, this is.
Would it be worth saving Grav for Barrage because we're very close? Instead,
Yeah,
just
that's what I thought. Maybe like shatter. If you land nothing, then you grab.
Yeah, you can Nano Rhine, and back off from Rhine. Let Rhine push in alone with Nano, and use Grav. Solo grabbing Rhine. Put all the resources into Rhine, and let him survive the solo grab. And then you can follow up with Grav Barrage.
Yeah. Or wait. No, never mind. You kind of have to grab the nano rhine into it because like this is the last fight for both teams.
I mean, it depends on how long it is.
Yeah, but if they grab you first here, you probably lose because you have no defensive ults. Even if you have Shatter Barrage, you probably won't getting any value out of it. So keep playing. I want to see how this plays out.
Yeah, but if we let Ryan push in alone, like if we play back here and Ryan plays up here, and nano him, the Saurian is gonna feel threatened and might grab him, and that's probably.
That's a might. It's like a 50-50. You don't know, so I would.
If she doesn't grab, Ryan can just start swinging and maybe get a shatter off.
There's a chance, but I would probably not do that as the number one plan. Okay.
Yeah, and there's gonna be
built
4
it. He built it in 2 shots.
Yeah, you have.
This Saurian is playing so hard.
There it is.
Nice. You got grab off first.
But Droxy goes down straight away. Barrage comes out.
Nice.
Good job.
Gets everyone.
Yeah, but
they haven't used grab on the entire round. That's a mistake.
Yeah, the Saurian they just lost the game because for
Sorry.
Sorry, I mean, the Saurian is bad. The Sorry on the other team is bad. Like that was a fat grab. That was a nice combo. I really liked it.
Touch this? I don't think they
But-
will.
We didn't even. We had 3 ults extra, so I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, but like that could have been a win
that's the
because
end of
if Goats like focusing a big grab is
Yeah.
probably one, and you had no defensive ults really.
You.
So
I mean, it depends on how many you get in grab. If it's fat,
Yeah.
you lose. If it's a solo or 2, one might die because you can always use nano to keep them alive.
if they get both healers, you probably win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I mean you probably lose.
It depends on what perspective you're from.
Yeah. If they grab both your healers, you lose. Because then if you don't, you'll probably panic nano. Maybe Val can grab you. Then you use 2 ults. They're still dead.
Now,
Yeah, you lose if they get both healers.
That was map 1.
That's.
Your Ryan, I must say, your Ryan really popped off this round, but he shouldn't have. That's like, you won this map because the other team is pretty bad.
Yeah. Feels like it's.
The other team's Ryan, the other team should have played this comp correctly, focused down your Ryan, like destroyed him, and they probably would have like 100 to 0 you, to be honest.
The D.Va and Soria misplayed a lot.
Yeah.
By D.Va focusing far too much.
Yep.
Instead of focusing on the ground battle, and Soria just didn't use grab.
Yes.
Because Soria in Goats, you can probably charge like 2 or 3 grabs.
Per round minimum.
Yeah.
What?
And they charged 2.
Yeah, they were way too passive as Goats as well. They were like still standing on point. And they probably could have just like faced you.
Yeah.
But
So for next time, I think you should scrim a higher SR team.
Yes. Well,
And
looking for a better MVP, like a lot of teams disappeared.
Yeah.
So
okay.
You can always check for scrims in like Scrim Central or.
Yeah. Try to find Discord servers like that have like team people that want to scrim. Like Scrim Central is a good one.
Jane's works.
Jane's.
can you PM me
some-
those later or
Yeah, sure. I'll fix
a
it.
link or something? Okay.
So yeah, and I would recommend trying to scrim Goats, and we can see how you play it, and see if you guys play it correctly.
Yep.
But like, what you have to do is, as Goats, just to put it simply, is play as a team. Everyone focuses same target, has the same level of aggression. You combo ults and rotate ults to snowball. You support your Ryan with defense matrix, like a lot of heals, and bubbles, making sure that he can go as aggressive as possible.
Yep.
You can't, even if they have a Genji or Forest on, you just have to basically leave them alone, hoping that they aren't good enough to solo carry. Basically, you just have to kill the other team faster than they do. Basically.
Yeah, I think we're gonna try this. Try to get some clips of it,
Yeah, great.
record it, and then.
Are we done here?
If
Yes.
you don't have any questions, I'm done.
From my side, not maybe Cthulhu series,
Not really, no.
but thanks a lot for the insights. Like, I wrote down a lot of notes.
You're welcome, I guess.
If you have any questions, if you think about something, just send them and I'll try to answer.
Yeah, nice. And I think it will be hard to make a new session during the holidays,
Yeah.
Christmas
I'm-
stuff. But
I'm gone Christmas weekend and a couple of days after, and then I'll be gone New Year's Eve as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
I've gotta go now. Goodbye, guys.
Yeah, goodbye. Thank you.
Alright, thank you.
No worries.
Oh, I'm hungry now.
Yeah, me too. I've been starving for like half an hour.
So can you like upload or send the file?
Yeah, I'll upload it.
Somewhere,
It's
somewhere,
gonna
okay.
take a while, but
Yeah, no problem. Just for the other 5 guys who listen to the recording now.
I'll start uploading it now and I'll
Okay.
send it when it's done.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I got
Then have a nice evening.
Yeah, same.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye bye.